TI isn't for another like 3 months or something like that. 2 to 3 months. Am I crazy?
It's a little ways away. Yeah, it's September. We're getting out of the way early.
Fair.
It'll end in 3 months from now, on the 14th of September.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Very cool.
I had Wikipedia open.
Nice.
Helpful.
Well, the wraparound coming in, Bignum and Fade getting into position by 4 heroes who are about to be revealed in that smoke. RCY spots them, and immediately they're going to back out as Fade runs into Tomato, starts to stack up some of those decays and keeping them a little bit at bay here now. Skem, obviously no abilities yet, but we'll have another decay in a moment. And Hellscream is just going to have to let that one go. This ogre is a problem.
What TI number are we on now?
14?
It is
right?
14. That's what I did in my head, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. This is TI 14. Yeah, it was so nice when it was lined up with the years.
I know.
We really just had to go and have a global pandemic to ruin that, huh?
We should have 2 TIs in a row. I like that.
We got to catch up. Or we just have a leap TI where we just call this one TI 15 and be done with it. Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, if it works for the dates, I don't see why we can't do it for our TIs.
True. Oh, speed. That's not good. Lost his little creep friend.
And we'll give the leap year TI was won by TNC because they had that qualification that they never got to use.
Yeah. MDL.
The official winners of the leap TI.
The hell? That's crazy. I forgot about that. Dude, Jack was so mad about that too because they had like been the team that was also through.
They got the points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there was no cashed conversion on the points. He tried though.
Yeah.
Well, pull in here from Fade. Oh, he's just TPing immediately from Tomato. He's like, I don't want any piece of this.
Yeah. Understandable. That is really quickly going to kill you if you're not out of there. But that does also leave open an opportunity now. If they can find a kill before that TP comes back off cooldown, could be in a really good position.
Also expensive, you know? They're not free.
So far, some good damage as the TP away by the Bane will be fine there. And RCY doing a pretty good job in this mid lane here, getting denies onto Yopaj, is also using this curveball to control both of the runes. It's Puck having a very nice time in the mid lane.
Yeah, I do love the curveball facet, and it's great for controlling when you're going to be within Tidebringer range or not. You know, you can just you can use it for last hitting, but then guarantee they're not just going to be stuck in a spot where Yopaj gets a free hit on you, just like walking backwards, which happens a lot of the time.
At least for now, things seem to be going.
Is comical.
Which one?
The puckish innate, like the fact that you just keep getting this health and mana is just like, it's wild stuff.
Up top, they're going a little bit now onto Yamato. They have the tombstone down, and we'll get a little bit of extra slow. Will it be enough for a finish? Maybe. No, not going to get him killed. But still, this is a lot of pressure being put on. Does have couriers coming out right now. Only tangos, though. So Skem is going to be low, and so is the gyrocopter. He's actually going to have a salve brought out to him, but the courier has to go all the way back first.
Yeah, and of course, there's also no TP, so the threat is very real. If this pushes in under the tower, could be something to be concerned about again if they just want to dive after you.
Yeah, Fade is a little way away. They're actually glyphing the wave too, while also pressuring in mid. Looking for it, trying to find Yopaj kill. Not gonna quite get him. Playing it close.
Yeah, he's got TP home though. It's too much pressure at this point. Oh, he does not get a lot of regen from that though, and RCY, he bets it all on there being the ability to get both and no one there to contest him, and he's correct. Probably because they can just see the Shadow Shaman bottom. So he's probably just getting both water runes. Oh, never mind. He did not opt for that. I thought he was going to drag. That's big for Yopaj.
Go for it. Meanwhile, Divine Llama down bottom Bignum gets really close to being brought down. 5 stacks of Fury swipes up. But I will say, for considering how much people talk about this Ursa counter, they've done a good job of not giving a ton early on to Yamsun. Divine Llama has gotten to level 3. He's got his Helm of Iron Will already completed. Is going to be going for this Helm of the Dominator build, which I'm a big fan of personally.
Yeah, it's go time. I mean, we've all been watching this item. We know it's crazy good. It's gonna really accelerate your farm. There's not a lot of mysteries to it, that's for sure. Finally get some damage back onto this top lane. Try and bully them a little bit here. And RCY not quite level 6, unfortunately. So he can't make any sort of a sneaky rotation up top here while the wave's pushed in. Would be a good time for it.
I think Schem wanted to fake for the twin gate, but comes back into lane now and is spotted. So they won't be able to make a go onto Fade. Well, things are still sitting very even in the mid. RCY does have level 6 at the ready, so need to watch out. And there is that rotation coming through bottom now. Speed in some trouble, so too is Yamsun. Doesn't get out of there. And yeah, they're just going to take the easy kill onto the Chen. And this is actually going to be first blood drawn by Schem, of all people. Accidentally gives that kill over to him.
All right. Takes 6 minutes, but someone finally goes down. And they're not even going to miss much up top here. They're going to try and contest for the Lotus.
It is going to be a haste rune up top that Bignum ends up taking away from Yopaj. Well, Fade takes more hits up top. He is fine. Has a wave pushing into him. And yeah, need to watch for that 7-minute mark, most likely.
If I recall correctly, I think they made that exact same play in game 1 versus BSJ and Friends with the gyrocopter. It was like a level 4 rotation with gyro. Just same idea. Just not respecting anybody with the help of these twin gates.
Yeah. That's good. Well, Divine Llama is definitely starting to have a bit of a fall off situation now. This is normally where people retreat back to the jungle, as they're also likely trying to set up for this 7-minute wisdom shrine. Could be a nice way for
only speed going though, and he cannot do this by himself, especially when he's blocking himself in with his creeps.
Yeah, that wasn't the greatest.
But I mean, there was no way he's winning that with the help of an Ursa and probably a puck rotation too. So Bignum gets the other one, just goes 1 for 1. Fade's getting his way back to the tower, and with only a single kill, all our cores are pretty well farmed. Like Gyro and Ursa, neck and neck here. A little bit of an edge lead there for Yopaj in the mid lane, but nothing too crazy. Dylom is a little bit behind, but again, it's Darkseer. He's going to start going crazy, especially once he has that Helm of the Dominator creep going with the Iron Shells and whatnot, and can clear through some stacks. A very a patient game from everyone here. No one really wanting to overextend and kick this into crazy mode yet.
You know what, though, for Divide, this is actually a problem. He might go down here. Oh, no, he couldn't get the Mind Stealer off in time. What I've been seeing Speed do is just spam mana burn on him. And one of the big things that has allowed Darkseer to have success is the Aggrandize giving you mana and like just having unlimited mana to spam. If you're not having that, his farm speed is going to be way lower than it should be. And you're seeing he's having to like ferry out clarities and stuff. That was like the big difference maker before, was not needing to buy regen as much.
Oh, and look at this, Shopify. They have found a stack here.
Oh, okay.
Yopaj starts working on it, and RCY is like, whoa, hold on, that's our piggy bank.
Yeah, he actually gets a lot of those taken away. Now the torrent comes out, the boat to follow. Bignum tries to dodge, but it won't happen. And so they seal away some of that stack. Still very even in terms of net worth in this game.
Yeah, but a nice bonus for a gyrocopter who already has Falcon Blade and is all the way to the Chrysalis.
Yeah. Fade needing to dodge away from this. Schem shows up, catches him, and he's gone. We'll see Sturge coming back, but
believe it or not, you still give gold, guys. Even though you respawn immediately, it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't feel like it matters when you're playing the hero.
Right.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Well, more and more pressure being mounted. And Divine Llama is really in no man's land. Having not finished the Helm of the Dominator, not having that much mana, he's kind of just like stuck sitting around.
I can hear the pain in your Darkseer voice.
I mean, they have done a fabulous job of dealing with him. I'll say that.
That ward in the lane has been crushing him because he keeps going like left and right, and then the Chen creeps just follow him, and then the Ursa comes and just punches him after too.
Right. And this basically means you don't have an offlaner as they're getting set up to go mid and make a big move. Immediately drops the tombstone down. Can they kill it off in time? Motto hits into it. Yopaj still very low. Will he fall eventually? Yes. But they move in now with the gyrocopter to take down some more of these Chen creeps. Speed is being ran at. Has level 6, but it won't matter. So they take down the Kunkka in exchange for the Undying and the Chen. And Devi forced back again bottom. Yamsun's not letting him get anything for free.
Well, it's another similar story where Tomato is the one who just keeps on winning. He just got another, 530 gold there. So
yeah,
he is 1,400 gold ahead of the Ursa now.
That's pretty crazy.
That's bad news, man.
Tries
that's
to make a
big
move.
gyro.
Onto him here. Shackles, but now Hellscream has bit off more than he can chew. The chase down is there. The wall drop. And that actually is going to keep alive the Shadow Shaman. So they used the Hand of God to make sure that Ursa was fine. Can see Wildcard trying to deal with it as up top. They're thinking about going and do find the gyrocopter. Fade is there. Decay has Tombstone back up in a moment. Drops it immediately. Motto starts hitting it. But I think with all the damage coming into him, it's going to be enough for the finish. They get the deny on the Tombstone. Now Skem is here. Fade is going to have to back out. Has stick charges to survive. Well, it's a TP out from RCY.
And Yamsum comes through to finish off the tower. Make sure they can't get back up here. And they take the gold lead now in Wildcard, I think. Just a little bit, though. I mean, how much has this lead ever even grown? It's been pretty much nothing the whole game.
Yeah. Well, and you're seeing that this Chen in these windows here, it's a little bit of an interesting graph. When these moments are happening, when stuff isn't going on, Speed is just farming. Has a drum fully completed at this stage, and so it's kind of that fourth core in a way going on with this Radiant team. They will Nightmare Yopaj, make some issues, and well, Bignum, does he have enough to take him down? Has Brain Sap as well as stick charges, but it won't come out in time.
And now they're going to leave the snake here, and you cannot deal with this. Okay. Seemed a little excessive if you're just snaking a Bane, but when it's right next to a tower, you get the benefit of taking out a big objective. So good job. And that was all based on that Nightmare that was thrown out because they knew, like, oh, he has nothing to protect himself. So I'm definitely going to hit the boat on this guy. All right. Well, despite being really far behind, he's now only 600 or 700 gold behind Tomato. Big catch-up from Yamsum as he gets the Battle Fury and is stacking an Ancient Camp again. Oh, that one guy. Bro, why the Ancient Ice Shaman just stick around? It's too bad. Feels bad. You know, you try and go for the stack. He doesn't agree.
Right. They were setting up also on the Helm creep of Divine Llamas, and he takes over a different one and then shoots out some all chat.
Got him.
Always good to see.
It's quite the insult.
Yeah. Honestly. So 2-6. Bignum with grip is going to try and make a move now. Ogre is kind of playing a defensive posture near Gyrocopter, but if they could catch him right here, this would be so huge. Gyro up on the high ground. Does he retreat back to the jungle afterwards? And can they just get him? No, they're not quite in range with the grip. Oh, that is the point where you wish that you had a Tumblr's toy instead of a Curio.
I mean, that ward definitely helping as well. Planted by Tomato. Keep himself alive there. Like, immediate reaction as the smoke's popping.
Still, an Ursa with the Battle Fury at this point in time in the game, working towards his next item, you got to be feeling at least a little bit good in this matchup for Wildcard right now.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing about it is that your Ursa can now farm him towards that Blink Dagger and actually provide this damage that you want to see in these objective team fights when we go for the Roche and the Tormentor. And as an Ursa Chen lineup with an Undying, like, they can Roche pretty much whenever they want right now. Yopaj looking through the myriad of items that you can go first on the Kunkka. He's gone for the Orchid. This is the, screw you puck item. Oh, and this is a good setup for it.
There and jumps away. Able to jaunt out before the shackles. That is not supposed to happen. And so
that's
keeping
crazy.
Fine. Speed is going to lose a couple of creeps there to Yopaj, but still doing okay.
I mean, puck lives, snake down. It's going to hamper any push they have.
They got the tower?
Yeah, that is crazy stuff.
And I will say, as much as like Darkseer, it's going to be hard to kill him off with this Helm build, I kind of feel like with level 4 Tombstone and like the Blade Mill coming out, this Undying is going to be doing a lot more in the fights than him.
Yeah, I mean, Yamsa just got the hell out of there. He knew they scanned, like, something's going on here. I'm going to go farm up top. This is the danger zone. And good choice. Now, they were smoked up trying to make use of this Orchid, so, as you're saying, with the Darkseer not having the options for starting team fights, it is on Yopaj right now.
Nightmare to dodge. The boat still will hit. Does he have enough to take him down? Hand of God out. Tombstone didn't manage to get the catch in time, but they will be right on top of this Kunkka, bringing him down with the Fury Swipes. Yamson doing more than enough damage. The coil there onto 2. Vailama drops down the wall. Now the jump away, managing to get some separation. Bignum has the double Ion Shell on him. 20 stick charges, tries to back away further. Brain Sap to survive. And Divine Llama sending in that Satyr. It's not enough, and he's just going to die for it. Now they move in. Yamsum comes back in, and they get the kill. Oh, man. That was a bold move from the Darkseer.
That's a classic core player who's having a bit of a hard time, tries to make a big move to get back into it, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to get everything you can to get these next items so you can contribute a little bit more, and you dive a little bit too deep trying to make the most out of the item you chose, and that sets them on the path to Roche right now, with Yamsun about to eclipse Tomato in terms of net worth. Now, I'm saying that as he picks up the Aghanim Scepter on Tomato, while also holding the Amplified Damage Rune, so it might take him a few seconds to catch up, because he's going to farm it very quick for a little while.
Yeah, absolutely. That part at least is nice, is that, Gyrocopter able to get back on the map, farm, try and keep pace with these other heroes. I will tell you, I've done this Helm of the Dominator build on Darkseer more than a few times, and one of the things that you oftentimes see people do with it is get more points in vacuum. They'll leave Surge at 2, and that way you can do like the vacuum into Stomp play or something else like that. This is much more of like a power farming build from Divine Llama, trying to just as rapidly as he can get the items that he feels like he needs to survive. And that means that these fights are that much harder.
I think there's also a problem when you're doing this kind of style with it by going for just the Helm level 1, that you have to keep Iron Shelling the creep.
Yeah.
Like, I think that part's really good for the team fights and everything, but like ideally if you let's say you could go for the Helm of the Overlord instead of the Vanguard, you get that dragon, you get some creep that doesn't need you, you're Iron Shelling on the other side of the map, you're doing your own thing, being annoying somewhere else, you're not linked and tethered to this creep in order to keep this going.
Yeah, it does change things a lot.
Of course, he does just immediately steal Chen's Centaur, so that part's kind of fun.
Yeah. That part is nice. At least you can get that done. And, it's a strong creep that's killing off all the other ones now. Although, do they manage to bring it back down as well? They're trying to kill it.
I like how it still has the Holy Persuasion buff on it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, persuaded to Chen's cause. Actually, no. I gotta let you know, Dota, it's not.
But that should give like a negative debuff that like it doesn't. It's like a confused Pokemon, half the time it attacks your own team.
Yeah, it's like when you traded, but it's too high of a level, so it doesn't listen to you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Centaur is just loafing around.
Yeah. 2,000 gold lead. Good ward here, scouting all of this movement. They see Divide, they see Tamale, they see Skem, Hellscream. They're going to see this smoke in just a moment if that's what they're doing. And would be a huge opportunity for them really just to take a tremendous fight. RCY is not with them. But that ward expires, and that gives vision that, hey, there was setting up on us here.
It's a little spooky. But yeah, they're not going to go for anything. Oh, now he's the blink dagger. Okay, that's what he's waiting for. Puck, TPing. Courier's bringing the blink. This Courier needs to hurry the hell up. They want it bad right now on this puck. As they head to the Tormentor.
Going right in for it. They're going to get it before they're able to get there with the rest of the team. They take it down. Tormentor already down, but the Nightmare dodge. Well played. That is a great start to this fight. They jump in. Gyrocopter went all in for the tombstone. He didn't get it. The immediate tip. The turnaround play is huge. Yimson goes down once, but that's the Aegis. He's coming back in just a moment. Fade is still alive. What a great fight that is for Wildcard. They will lose the puck, but this full duration tombstone means everybody else from Shopify is going to be in a hurt position and maybe even going to get divided.
They got him.
The Nightmare just in time. And as they bring in the rest of the squad, they're going to take down Divide Llama. Tries to TP out, no luck.
Oh my! I mean, they almost get out with their puck as well. Gets a second Orchid on him in one team fight. Manages to help bring him down at the end of it there. So that was at least I guess a bit of a victory for their side. But yeah, that was a beautiful Nightmare to start things off. Allowed him to get all that big damage out. And now the dream situation for an Ursa. You use the first Aegis to win a fight, and then you buy your BKB. Like that is what you want on this hero.
I mean, this is really bad now for Shopify. I feel like the mech that you've got now on Chen, and I will just say again that I think I didn't like the last pick Chen during the draft because I thought it was them trying to like catch them off guard and all the rest of it. But I think this is literally just Speed's answer to this Darkseer, and I think it's really well put together because you hobble his mana, and once that happens, you're in a world of hurt. Now there is a problem here. Ursa up top. Well, they're gonna Nightmare to save. He had BKB too. Instead, never mind.
Who's in trouble?
Yeah, turn it around, and it's Shopify that are the ones that are hurting. They take down one. Yopaj will throw out that boat, gives himself a little bit of the rum buff, but with Yimsun right on top of him is a dead Admiral.
Hellscream is just on the bottom of the map. Just dropping snakes like this is where we're at, guys.
This is some Slacks gameplay right here if I've ever seen it.
It really is, except he doesn't get away, so we'll see.
Oh, just barely.
What? Oh, dude, that vision is so tricky right there.
It is.
I thought he was getting used for sure.
Oh, very good stuff across the board. 10K gold lead for Wildcard. And for Shopify, I mean, where do you go from here? A lot of question marks.
Yeah, I mean, it's very tricky because, again, I really do think it's their drafting. I think their drafting has been excellent. Like, they're always leaving themselves a bit of a shift up and some sort of an idea to kind of all in a little bit. Like the Broodmother was a great all in. This Chen was an excellent just like all in. You know, you're going for a certain strat, and if you don't have these timings, this draft and this game can look really bad for you. If you don't win these very specific team fights, there's a Kunkka and a Gyrocopter who are going to get really big, and then you get to a point where the game's really hard to play. But because they not only won their team fights, but also shut down one of their big and most important cores who they opened the draft with, they went up in a bad spot, and now he gets gripped.
Oh, again. Another huge pickoff there as they take down Divide Llama and has been thoroughly dismantled this game. 0-3-2 has not stood a chance. He's still relatively farmed, but Chen is going to surpass him. That's the problem.
That's not good.
Your position for Chen, or 5 Chen, excuse me, has more of these like aura items than the Darkseer does.
Some big lifting going to be needed here from Tomato.
Oh, yeah.
He's calling out. He's drawn circles on the map. It looks like a snowman, but I think it's tactical.
Yeah. Farm here, farm here, farm here.
This is where you may play. Nowhere else.
Yeah. And he is trying to get towards that satanic now. I mean, it's one of those things where it almost feels like you need to start, you know, not buying, but thinking about, but window shopping a rapier, you know?
Oh, yeah. I think for sure, too. Like, they got to be feeling that a little bit where it's like, is this one of those games where, like, I'm going to wish I'd started thinking about this rapier right now because in 10 minutes I'm going to be sitting on my high ground and my map's really small. Right. And we're going to be YOLOing anyway.
But the other question is, do Wildcard have what it takes to sort of close out this lead that they've built up? It's 11,000 gold, but we have seen leads much bigger than that be thrown away when it comes to taking high ground. And Roche is feeling like the most important next big objective that's coming up, and he should be respawning pretty soon here now.
Bignum will be a great grab here.
Yeah, you see him immediately. Bignum in trouble and dead. Does have buyback immediately. Wildcard spread out to the side. And this is, I think, right as Roche should be respawning.
No, it is mega late. Roche is not
never
coming.
mind. It's the max time. Okay. Excuse me.
It's a big Roche, yeah. So fortunate for them.
Wait, show me the clock. I need to understand this one again. I thought that it was that point right next to it.
No, see, that's the you've got your 12, your 3, your 6, and your 9, right? Your card, thank you, observer, your cardinal directions. Then you see that glowing line in between the 9 and the 12. That's the respawn time, and that's approximately at 3 minutes. Yeah,
wow.
That's when Roche respawns. You see those little dots on the bottom right and the bottom left?
Yeah,
that's the Aegis expiry and spawn.
Right.
So the Roche spawns at the bottom left one, and then there you go. That's your Roche clock.
Brutal. All right,
and so
well,
11 o'clock on the clock is like max spawn. So it's like a 3-minute spawn.
Yeah. Jeez. It's right next to that one, too.
Yeah.
And that hurts because that pick off on Bane, obviously directly into Roche, could have been a huge moment for him. You can take it with this lineup with the Mass Serpent Ward. But now they're going to have to win another big pickoff fight, and I don't think Wildcard are going to give that to them freely.
They got to kill
on
RCY.
The low ground, though. Got to be careful. Okay, the creep breaks the smoke, and now Bignum realizes, okay, they're over here too. Fade sends in another one. The smoke breaks on several more that jump in. They find him, kill him. No shaman in this fight at all. Yamsun is right on top of this gyrocopter. BKB wants to run him down. This gyro is going to fall. Now Skem, the next one on the docket. Everybody is dying. And Wildcard win another huge team fight.
Oh, what an absolute massacre. You know what I love about Ursa as a hero, actually? It makes me realize that whenever I have to play carry, I need to pick this hero. You don't have to buy farming items on this hero. Because you buy Battle Fury, that's your one farming item. Then you get to buy things like Blink, Basher, and Nullifier. And that just guarantees teamfight wins, you know?
Yeah.
Like Gyrocopter, he's got to buy these other items that they don't have any control elements. They don't counter anything that other people have. They just have like raw damage. Because Ursa just has this damage built into his Fury Swipes, he gets to buy all these fun items. Fun items that win you a team fight like that. I mean, there was just no counterplay. He BKB'd, he runs in, chucks a Nullifier on someone. RCY was not threatened the whole time. The immediate 100-0 on Hellscream, like they can't win a fight without him.
Yeah. No, the Nullifier being able, and then like, you know, it's just, you get destroyed for most of these heroes, right? Whether it's the, you know, the foul play going on, or whether it's the Darkseer trying to surge away from you. It's a huge problem. And Yamsun getting somewhat low as he finishes off Roche. Will have the Aegis in hand, passes over Roche's banner, and this is going to be an easy pathway towards taking down the rest of the tier 2 towers and potentially even threaten high ground if they want. I mean, they don't have great pushing to go high ground, but Chen can do a little bit at least.
Yeah, that is the major flaw right now, is that you can definitely still throw this game going high ground, without a doubt. Because there's a Darkseer on the enemy team, there's a Kunk on the enemy team. That stupid Shard, trying to go high ground versus that thing is a menace, especially when you have poor pushing potential. And of course Gyrocopter, who's one of the best heroes for just dishing out damage in these clumped up fights. Weird positioning.
Whoa. And Nullified, in trouble, dead. Okay, now we get a Coil and a Yules onto Gyro, who's trying to run away. The Undying right on top of him, pops his own BKB, chasing this guy
excessive.
down. Yeah, I went a little bit far there. But are they going to go high ground here? I mean, no Darkseer, 30 seconds. He also dropped wall. And he just jumps in, finds him. Waits, gets the nullifier, why not? Nightmare to dodge the X pullback, gets the enrage off, and Yensum just walks away from that. They drop down the banner. This should be a set of racks. Like, they don't have bow, they have almost nothing. They jump in, they find the gyrocopter, might even go for more. No BKB, no answer to this. This one is looking over.
Kill the heroes.
Wildcard.
Oh, look at Yemsub. Look at him. He's giddy. He's like, that was a crushing, dominating performance. Like, again, teams still going higher.
At least for now, it's another game where I feel slightly better about Wildcard. A last pick Medusa creates some really serious issues because you can't just like bully her down through damage. She's got way too much of it. And now you've also got a Shadow Demon that can save the Medusa, and suddenly how much extra damage are those illusions doing, you know?
Yeah. I do worry a bit, though, I will say. I think that I think they're going to try and dance around the Medusa a little bit. I think that RCY needs to play really well this game, and he did play very well last game, but I think the pressure's on him again because I think their early game damage is a little lacking. Right? Like, you have to be hitting boat. You need that Kunkka's damage. He's not going to be getting a Radiance at an early time. He's probably going to go like some Blade Mail styled build, probably not into Radiance. Fair. I wouldn't guess. Maybe he will. But I kind of doubt it, which is why I don't think they ran at position 1. Because I think if a Radiance was good this game, they would have just done one Kunkka into an offlaner. But I don't think Radiance looks particularly amazing here. So I worry that they're not going to have the damage to finish some of these early game kills. And it's going to result in a stalled out game. And then I think that eventually Shopify get to the point where they feel comfortable taking these fights around the Medusa and not being forced to actually confront her. But I think the execution barrier was higher on Wildcard's draft last game, and they succeeded and won it. So they've already proven that, to me, they can take these riskier styles and win.
And it'll be interesting to see, because as much as I do agree with you, I do think that there's that like big window, right, when it's like BKBs on the first like couple of items for Bristle and Sven, and it's like, okay, what do Wildcard's heroes actually do to you? And the answer is basically nothing, as Bignum disrupts himself. That was a little bit weird, and is just gonna die. Okay,
might have been a little misclick action there or something.
He did apply 12 stacks of menace to Sven, which was kind of cool.
Yeah,
but yeah, not great. Yeah, no, but I was gonna say is that, like, I think after that point, if they can survive through it on Wildcard, I feel like Medusa becomes the strongest hero in the game, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yes, that is the point. We will hopefully get there eventually. If you're cheering for Wildcard, that is the goal. Because you get to this point where she picks up like 3 high tier items, you look at her and you're like, oh, she's like 3-shotting supports right now.
Oh my God, is Bignum dead again? He has brain sap. Oh, wait,
who's dead though? Wait, who's dead? I like him walking back at him. He's like calculating. He's like, if I blood grenade him, nope, never mind. That's not even gonna be close.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tough one. It did leave the Kunkka 1v1 against the Sven, which is nice.
Mid off to a bit of a rough start here for RCY. Not able to get a couple of the last hits and getting beat up somewhat here. With the bottle already in Yopaj's hand. And Puck's courier just waddling its way here as fast as it can. But not going to be here for the rune.
Fade trading some more hits there onto Scam, dealing with the brain sap. But almost up to level 3 since Bignum left for a long time, giving solo experience. Getting that level 2 Tidebringer can make a pretty big difference, both in terms of damage and survivability, or rather ability to last hit, as Divine Llama pressuring Yamsum, doing some good damage there. 6 stacks at the moment of the sticky napalm, but also lots of stack of the quill spray building up.
Yeah, what an interesting match this will be too. Just like stick spam on both sides and trying to push it right to the absolute limit.
Speed? 14? Okay.
It is weird seeing that, isn't it? After like a decade of casting Batrider to be like, oh,
Yeah.
big double digits.
Keep our eyes on it and see what ends up happening, if they can make any types of kills happen top. In the mid, you talked about it, RCY still catching up a little bit, but with this wave coming into Yopaj, it's definitely Yopaj's lane that he's winning right now.
Yeah, he was able to get the first rune. I wasn't expecting it, but he barely got to bottle time. And yeah, yep. Maybe some revenge from... No, I can't even get it.
Speed turns, he loses a courier, trying to do what he can to hit onto Divine Llama, has a blood grenade, the big hit, it's not going to be enough, he didn't get it off. He will start to whittle down, but Divine Llama barely able to live through that.
He doesn't think about denying himself either to the tower. I mean, he bought out and everything. I thought maybe he'd go for it, but doesn't opt for it, and instead, down the bottom lane, Fade gets one onto Skem, so they finally get their first kill, getting one back for the team.
Yeah. Yopaj sticking around, gets the water rune there, and is going to head back while Hellscream was able to move on over and take the other. So RCY left alone in the mid lane.
Man, I'd be getting tilted out of this puck. That glyph made him miss a CS there, whether he was using the orb for. He's getting denied in his face because Yopaj can just sit there and be a nuisance.
Down bottom, a Nightmare hitting onto Fade. They switch it back over to Shadow Demon. And then a disruption onto Kunkka as Bignum realizes he cannot really do all that much here either. They get an X-Mark pullback onto Skem. Good damage out. Skem in trouble and dead. Bignum manages to take him down.
That's a walk of shame right there.
Up top,
meanwhile,
Speed
up top
starts to die, but they get the kill into Divine instead.
What?
Oh, man. Nice combo there. Takes him down. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Styx, Lotus, not enough. Fallen here. And where is Hellscream going? He's going for a real deep ward. A courier killer. Get those boots, maybe? Oh, yeah, he's dancing away that boot kill. Yeah, easy. Down go the brown boots.
Nice breakdown. Very good stuff there. And Speed still will manage to get that pull off, though. So... nice little way that this one works. It's going to be Puck coming back to mid and having to deal with a level 6 Yopaj very soon, as this creep wave is going to push in. This is a bit of a danger zone if they do get some rotations. Meanwhile, Divine Llama, wait, Speed is on him again. Almost finding enough for the kill. Turns. Oh, but Divine is there with Hellscream and a tip back the other direction as mid... Yopaj with Skem. Stuff happening all over the map right now.
Divine Llama, like the guy taunting behind the big guy who just saved him. Like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Hellscream comes and saves his life with the shackles.
You'll love to see it. Well, bottom has been left alone. Level 6 almost there for both the Kunkka and the Sven. And while that is going on in just a farm fest, level 6 on Yopaj means he can bully a little bit more, but Bane, Skem gives him a hit, walks away. There is a Nightmare now, though, and with Yopaj getting that TP rotation, there'll be enough to find and do some serious damage to Fade. Does have the Admiral's Rum wearing off as he gets Phase Boots delivered, but they eventually catch him with the shackles, too. So they kill off the Kunkka, and now making the move for the Wisdom Shrine. Oh,
nice. That
is unfortunate. They come on in and take it away.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You're investing 4 heroes to come down here, so it explains why they're willing to make such a costly rotation with so many heroes. Because you're going to be giving up a decent amount of farm, especially someone like RCY, who immediately just skips the tower and wants to ensure he gets as much farm as possible, because his lane has not been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Letting those creeps run into the tower there, and Hellscream doesn't quite get him.
Doesn't even want to let him know he's there. He's lurking.
Yeah, showing the power of that Bane to set up for the kill down bottom was a pretty big move, because these supports are going to be hurting for levels on Wildcard now. They also don't have that many stacks built up in the jungle. Things starting to look pretty good for Shopify.
That's true. Yeah, we haven't really taken a look at Stack City, huh? Because both teams obviously have some heavy investments in the idea of stacks right now. It's that could be a good way. Oh, jumping mid on Diopaj. Hard to get the damage locked in onto a puck. You know,
they do have this Hellscream rotation over, but now they find it with the coil onto Diopaj. Won't be able to get him as he hastes away. Instead, it's going to be a kill onto Hellscream most likely. Bignum does have a disruption. Can use it if he needs to. Goes for the jump away. Now banished. Do they have enough to kill off this Void Spirit? Yopaj has another jump, and he's still wearing out. So
the rune of invincibility strikes again, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes it makes you fearless, and then you end up dying, but other times there's really nothing they can do. So Yopaj is able to finish that one out there and fully threatened, but unfortunately he doesn't get a kill and loses his shaman. Only able to send his opponent in RCY back to the base. What's on his courier anyway? Oh, there's nothing on his courier. Okay, my bad. Never mind. Sorry. No flame RCY. My bad. Those are his items. He just has dreads. I'm like trying to find his courier. Like, what did he buy?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
There's a clarity coming on it. That's something. Yeah, he's broke.
Yeah. The other cores, at least on Dire, are doing okay, but you gotta start to feel like RCY is going to need to be involved in some stuff for this game to be going well. And they're actually starting to make a move towards Divine Llama as Radiant are trying to bait him out. Speed is going to get jumped on first. They don't find a hit on that Aether Remnant, and Yopaj still chasing this. Is Speed eventually going to go down? It's a TP away from the Medusa. She just goes back to her tier 2 tower.
Yeah, Bela just start farming. They're going to sack the rune, very likely here at least. Unless Skim does something crazy. And no, he's not going to be able to get it. So, good move for them. They get the top tower. Hellscream's not even level 6 yet, so there's no wards to waste on it. And definitely not necessary with the help of a Seeing Red Bristle. As, yeah, some of these neutrals coming out there. The chipped vest on the Kunkka, which is great. He is currently thinking Blade Mail into Radiance. If he gets it in an okay time, I mean, he's like the #1 farmed hero in the game, so I'm not going to complain if he goes Radiance at this point for sure. But he's going to get himself a big stack.
You know what else you're seeing right now from Shadow Demon? Maxing Disseminate. With the Blade Mail Kunkka, this is something they're probably not going to be anticipating too much, and a really cool answer, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They might like kill themselves on him. I mean, so the only reason I know about this is because I play a lot of Overthrow Shadow Demon, and you just like disseminate and walk into people with Blade Mail, and they just all die. But it actually is like kind of insane when you have a big tanky hero like Kunkka.
And correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't work on Medusa, right? Because
no. Well,
I don't think it'll work. See, I don't know.
It does because of the damage, because I think that damage reduction doesn't matter for it. I'm not sure though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because Mana Shield's always all weird. Well, we'll keep an eye on it.
Lasso up top, finding Divine Llama and just forcing a TP from Skem and then running away. Interesting.
It's value. Oh, more kills this game, but kind of a similar energy to the last one, where it doesn't feel like anyone's pushing things too crazy. Nice catch from Yopaj there. Knew he was going to get him on that phase shift.
Yeah. Easy bring down.
That's a good example of the counter of the Void Spirit versus Puck right there.
Right.
A lot of it in the early game, when you've got these low levels of phase shift, you don't have the Blake, you don't have the Yules before he's super tricky. And then, of course, you know, if the Yules comes out, you've always got this layering of the Remnant, but you tend to not see it even come into play a lot of times. There's a Blade Mail now done for Divine Llama, as he's going to start farming some big stacks in here. So he's going to shoot up there, probably next to Fade on the net worth chart after he clears through these.
Right. And Fade just trying to pressure this bottom tier 1 tower, seeing if they can even up the tower damage done over the next couple of minutes. Fade definitely feels like he's the most important hero right now in the wildcard lineup and needs to be sure not to get caught in these like tricky situations like this. This is how the Bane caught him earlier, and Fade playing it safe will farm while simultaneously pressuring that tower.
So here's my concern is that going Radiance, I worry that they're going to lose 2 fights that lose them this game before he even has a Radiance. That would be my concern. Because like while he builds Radiance, he's going to be gaining nothing, and they're hitting some kind of scary points on the Radiant. Like he's going to have an Aghanims on Yopaj before he has a Radiance. They're going to have this pipe or some big aura item on Divine Llama before he has a Radiance. Sven's going to be ready to go in with his Echo Saber and fight for the like Roche and Tormentor, maybe even before this Radiance. So he needs to farm really fast on Fade if this is going to be worth it.
Yes, definitely. And the plus side is that he has been able to do that to a large extent now. They're also building up those ancient stacks for him, but you're right. If this fight starts up before that happens, it's going to be a big problem. Bane doing a really annoying job of messing with this Bat Rider and actually even going to just drop the grip on him. This isn't going to be a kill. Speed just walks away from that. So another instance of supports. Yeah, just... I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the cores are hitting stacks. Fade on the Dire, Divine Llama on the Radiant. I mean, this is what they have to do. They cannot fight right now if they're going for this build on the Kunkka. So I agree. If you're buying this item, this is the correct gameplay.
But then the question is, are Radiant doing enough to try and punish this? And certainly we're not seeing them go until Yopaj finishes Aghanim Scepter. Are they going to be willing to fight before Tomato has his BKB? Maybe. Maybe their timing is that they try and wait for BKB on Sven and, pipe on Bristleback. And at that point, you might have Radiance on Kunkka, but maybe because you have Radiance on Kunkka, you're playing
surely
pipe
this mid tower is dead, right? Surely. Like you run mid, you drop snakes. Yeah, no hope. So there's objective 1 down.
Did it.
Second tower of the game. For the Radiant, that is.
Yeah,
and there goes the Radiant tower. Yep.
Interesting.
Man, we got to get Big Nim some gold, though. His Ags is 2 value this game. But he's going 3 points to disseminate as well, so, the Shadow Poison spam isn't as effective. He's also just giving all his stacks to his Kunkka. That's the other problem, is that they're so insanely greedy on this Kunkka and this Medusa that there's not a lot of gold for everyone else.
Right. They are getting farmed, though. Manta done, and partway to a butterfly here for the Medusa. She's got that talisman coming out soon as a taunt onto Fade, but he is fine.
Proc his run, at least.
Yeah. Lasso. Again, catching onto Skem. Skem goes for the Nightmare and burned down. Will it be enough for the kill? Not quite. They let him live. Or do they? RCY? Still hunting? Thinking about it?
Oh, he wants the grip so bad.
Yeah. Okay. That was unfortunate for Wildcard.
I think that all came from them just abandoning that Bane, being like, oh, it's taking too long. And then it's like, oh, he's probably dead. Oh, he's not dead. Oh, and then there's a second jump. Oh, this is problematic.
Yeah.
This is not good.
So that's the
Tomato's
decision
gaming.
for Tomato instead. Is he says, screw the BKB. I'm going Blink and battling.
Good, because they have this Void Spirit Aghanim Scepter. Like, they need this.
Yeah.
Like, Divine Llama's going pipe. It's game time. And this is where your Kunkka is almost into a relic. Actually, he's got the relic gold, so it's okay. I don't know if they'll be able to contest the Tormentor, but as long as they don't feed away like 3 or 4 kills, it's not the biggest deal.
Right. I mean, this gold lead is going to start to build up for Shopify here, but it's not an insurmountable lead. And I mean, this is pretty big. If they can get Roche and think about a Tormentor after, that would be huge. And I don't know if Wildcard can contest this. I think it's just gone.
No. I think that's the cost of this Kunkka build. Like, or even just the hero itself. Like, I keep saying the build, but there's not, I mean, what else is he going to do? Like, go Orchid and try and fight into them? That's not going to happen with the way the Puck's game went, so. That was never a thing anyway. You think Speed's thinking about flying in there?
Let's go, Speed. No, he's not going to do it.
No, he's going to die is what he's going to do. He's under a ward.
Yeah, trying to run away. Not going to happen. So another kill going the direction of Shopify. As their gold lead with an Aegis in hand, feeling quite strong.
They're going to need just the craziest blade mail fight win. Yeah. That's what it looks like for Wildcard. They just need a fight pre-BKB where Tomato just like cleaves himself to death on Disseminate and blade mail, and they're just like, aha, we did it.
I mean, the one thing about this is that the Disseminate, as they don't quite get the Nightmare there, that was really close. Oh no, Fade. He did just get Radiance though.
Yeah, I think team can help. No? Team's not coming. No, never mind.
I mean, he's got the rum, but the shackles just full control. Very, very annoying, I'm sure. Fade eventually goes down.
I mean, they even had that tier 1 tower. Like I thought, Puck just got a blink dagger. I thought maybe we were coming and helping and setting up. Like this is kind of the dream, is they're jumping your Kunkka, but they can't assemble the Avengers in time.
Yeah. It feels like Medusa doesn't want to fight till Butterfly.
RCY, he's on a ward.
Oh God.
The blink on the shaman. Oh, he's oh, dude, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, there's some pings going on. That was very close. And you know what? This was the same issue that we saw in the other game too. When Wildcard won their series 2-0, they had great vision outwarding them on Shopify, but they couldn't connect for the kills like that.
That's true.
This has kind of been the continuing story of this matchup.
Also, Speed has been on the Radiant side of this map more than the Dire side.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna run a big Scab.
Oh, no.
I see Bane, I say Big them.
But they're going to try and take a fight while this is happening. RCY steps forward. They find him right there, immediately trying to kill this guy off. Do they have any save? There it is. Disruption. Nice. Now Fade finds him. Yopaj gets the jump away, still looking for the rundown. Hellscream is going to die actually to the neutral.
The Tormentor takes him down.
Interesting.
The old shining AoE damage post chicken, the foul play.
Yamato. He's looking. RCY again. Oh, God. Does he know how close he is? Oh, no. He's done. He's done. Yamato. He gets the kill. The Invis rune. He walked that whole way for the kill with the Invis rune.
The second set of footsteps that he saw in the sand, that it wasn't Jesus. It was invisible Tomato.
Jeez.
It wasn't there to carry you, it was the carry.
That's right.
And now he's going for the tower. And there's no one else up here with him, and he gives zero cares.
Yeah. I mean, he is playing very confidently in this game. Doing everything. He's 4-0-2 for this Sven. And right now, Wildcard are very much just on the defensive, hiding away, not trying to take any of these fights, which, makes sense to a large extent. But then, like, you have Fade up here who's trying to catch somebody, and it's just not going to happen. You also have BKB done on Sven. This is probably going to be the hardest window in this game to deal with for Wildcard, and I don't see the answer.
The answer is ruining the Sven jump. That is how you win these fights. Because, he's not an Aegis hero, so Tomato doesn't have the Aegis because they hand it over to Yopaj, and so he can be a little bit crazy. Right. But Yopaj is going to jump in. You need to get a disable on Yopaj that keeps the disruption alive. So then when Sven jumps in, the disruption's there for the turnaround save, and then they have a Stone Gaze fixing the fight. It's so many things have to go right for Wildcard. It's definitely an execution being just more difficult issue. And that's why Shopify, should be able to win everything at this point in the game. But, there's always outplays that can happen.
Right. I guess Blink Dagger for both Batrider and the Shadow Demon make a really big difference. Because Because like if you would have, for instance, gotten to that top fight a little bit earlier on Shadow Demon, maybe then you get your ulti off onto the Void Spirit and the disruption comes earlier on Puck. Like things could start to look different, but it's hard to get everybody like in perfect concert together.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean,
Fade.
they seem content to just kind of farm it up a bit right now on Wildcard. They can definitely keep these late waves pushed out between like Puck Spam and Medusa camping bottom, a Radiance Kunkka who's pretty annoying to go on. They need a big commitment to kill him. That being said, they have quite a few heroes around him right now if he gets found out. Scan connects. They know that everyone's coming here.
Divine Llama goes in.
Speed. He wants this jump.
He's thinking about it. They have the X mark connection. Divine Llama gets hit by the torrent. Scary to jump there. Actually, the Bane illusion starts punching speed, and that stops any extra go. But
and this
that
all comes
should
back
set
to
up for the
the
tower.
scan. Yeah, like
Right.
they knew. They knew they were all in here. So they let it go. They're trying to pick their moment. They know they're not going to have many on Wildcard. So this is very good by Shopify. That they're not overextending. They're respecting what Wildcard can do. And there's the jump. Where's the save?
Lasso,
there it is.
but the turn immediately there. Still Bane in some trouble. Fade moves in, hits onto everybody. Big Tidebringer. That is dead, but can they do any more here? They try and run in a little bit with the Kunkka. Won't go for that much more. And yeah, that's the end of it. Oh my God, he has an MKB on Tomato.
He does. Yeah, he had Harpoon queued up, and then he was like, you know what? I'm farming so much, I'm just going to straight up buy the MKB. I hate this item, but I'll buy it anyway because this stupid butterfly. So, nice investment, but I'm going to have a good game.
I mean, it still is very hard to burn through this Medusa, I think, even with the MKB for the Sven. Just because of how insane Mana Shield is.
Mm-hmm.
But it does start to feel like, you know, there's some answers now where, you know, Medusa at the very least is not hitting hard enough for it to really matter, but I don't know if they can kill her necessarily that easily either. X.
Yeah, maybe something here.
Does have BKB. Not going to go for it.
Yeah, last one not back for 13 seconds anyway, so that's really their only like good threat they have to try and help taking him down with this BKB being available.
Bignum's 200 gold away from Blink Dagger on this Shadow Demon. And Yopaj, they jump in, not quite there with the silence. They get him the second time. Bignum does have the save, but needs to get in close to do it. But they have the control now onto the Shaman, so Shaman will die. Do they have enough to take down Yopaj? No. Yopaj will live, but Tomato just kills off Fade way down on the south side.
He got caught with a grip and just got blown up.
12k gold lead now. Shopify in very strong position.
There's that Blink Dagger though for Bignum, so some chance of the save.
Yeah. They just keep on looking at so many items being finished. Bristleback has the full Aghanim Scepter now. They're going for Shiva's next onto this Void Spirit. They find the Medusa. There it is. Shadow Demon ulti out. Start to hit. Taunted and dead. Medusa in the middle of everybody. Gonna go for the TP out with the Stone Gaze working, but the Hex is there, and Yamsun is in trouble. Speed is nearby. They need the rest of the squad to get here quickly to try and keep her alive. It's not gonna happen, though. Divine Llama pairs together. They kill off Yamsun. They're also gonna take down Speed. This game 2 has been all Shopify, and that Medusa kill is a backbreaker.
Yeah, it's kind of what all these small and not pushing it too far moments have been building up to. Is just making sure that they don't offer up the bad fight towards Wildcard where you're going to see this like coil into Stone Gaze and a boat, and you're like, oh, they did it, they turned it around. How do they do it? And Shopify are not allowing that to happen because they're just never risking it. Like they finally forced Wildcard to be the ones who are playing too far away from their towers, too far out on the map, and way outside of what can be considered a safe spot for them to fight or to like punish with buybacks. Because another great way to get back into a game like this is you buy back on these heroes like Shadow Demon or Bat Rider or something near the fight. Now, mind you, they don't have the gold for it anyway, but the idea being that you get a second life and it's so worth that investment to essentially transfer this gold and XP into your cores by winning this like second engagement after. None of that's possible when you're fighting at the rune right now, down 15k.
Right. So this is very firmly in the category right now of Shopify trying to close this game out, which is very possible for them if they can just execute cleanly, not give up any of these like bad fights, not go high ground in a really crazy way. Roche is up. I don't think that we're going to see Wildcard come and try and contest this. Shopify can easily pick that one up for themselves as they see that it is up, but instead they're trying to go in for a fight. They decide to go forward onto RCY, jump in, disruption, save. The boat comes out, but it's still going to be RCY dead. So it was a big chump to try and save their puck, but not able to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the layering of Yopaj there with the Aether Remnant is creating a problem with these saves. It's essentially the same problem as the Yules,
Right.
Where you don't get any sort of a maneuver afterwards. And I'm guessing he just didn't have his BKB on the puck.
Yeah. I don't think he had it delivered yet.
Yeah. Otherwise, then, that's why he's going this item. It's exactly why. So the Shadow Demon has a save, and Yopaj going to pick off speed. It's a quick one. He takes him down pretty fast.
Fade. Runs into the Bane. They don't pull him back with that Torrent. Shadow Demon ulti onto Scam. Big hit. Is it enough damage, though? Doesn't look like it. Disruption save. Only for a moment, though, as Tomato takes down Fade. And they also have Medusa. Yamsun. He turns, he punches, he hits. Doesn't have enough for a kill, though. The combo. They catch both of these heroes with the stun. Now they have the coil, but the grip is there. And Medusa is just being torn asunder. RCY goes for the backlines. Can't quite get it. Will take down Skem, but you're trading the 4 for everybody at this point. All 5 dead. An absolute clean game of Dota coming out from Shopify.
Yeah, and this is why I love this Bristol too. They glyph now, but the seeing red is just disgusting for taking these towers. Happens really fast. And honestly, that is pretty much it. I'm surprised they're even bothering to stay in it, honestly. They're dropping Snakes mid. They have a Sven and a Bristle beating your top rack, so you're going to lose mid as well. Wildcard, maybe in discussions about next game, because I don't think you got many ideas that can possibly save this one.
Yeah, no, it's kind of impossibility, it feels like. They will get a Torrent into the pullback with Tidal Wave. They have X-Mark, going to drop the boat first. He gets the blink out. Very nicely played. Another Tidal Wave. But yeah, this is one set of racks left. Maybe if you can somehow just like get 6,000 gold on the Medusa, you can go Rapier right away or something, but that is very far away from a possibility.
It sure is. And Tomato, level 25 damage is out and ready to roll. Desperation Smoke coming out. They're looking for their big kill. It's on Llama.
Shadow Demon ulti. Big hits. Look at the damage, though. Look at the damage. The Llama dying not that quickly. They do bring him somewhat low, but Yamsun completely out of mana. And GG is called. Shopify take game number 2. We're all evened up. One best of 3 left to play to decide who's going to TI out of NA. Card, you only need to win 2 more games of Dota, and one of these 2 squads is going to be going to TI.
That's
Do
crazy.
they have what they need to make it happen? There's a chance.
What is your opinion on people moving their couriers up to the edge of the fountain? Are you just like, if there's no one doing it right now, like are you hating on your Undying and Troll player right now? Like if you're the Dire,
nah,
is this just unoptimal gameplay?
It is, but
what
also
do you mean you don't care? Like look at them back there.
I don't care.
You don't care? You're not going to make a Reddit thread, try and get them kicked? Because I feel like their heart's just not in it. If the courier's not at the line, what are you doing?
That's a fair
Look
point.
at that. See? He's listening. Kunkka just moved his courier. Yopaj's like, oh shit. Man, Trent's right. I do care about Dota. I better move my courier up.
I think that so here's the thing that I see. If you seriously asking me about it, I think if you are moving your courier up to the front, you are doing something to try and be the most optimal player in the world. And it's cringe. You're just a try hard.
It's just cringe. Dota famously such a relaxed and laid back game. Yo, bro, that's kind of cringe.
Scum is gonna go down.
Oh my god. Skilled boars? Cringe. Yeah. Level 1 boars? Oh my god.
That's all I got.
Thank you for saying it. I mean, when you're right, you're right.
Everybody was thinking it, you know?
Yeah.
No. Okay, well, we'll see what's going on. Devi is queuing up that Helm of the Dominator again. But this time around, having to contend with a Troll and a Ricky is going to spam out some of these decays and make them a little bit tougher at this stage, at least. But time will tell. See how it goes.
The Helm build did not work out well for him last game. It didn't really feel like it ever got online or got too... I always felt like he was just like next to the creep anyway, so I didn't see a lot of like extra efficiencies or something. It felt like it could have just been Darkseer.
Right. Yeah, and it used to be like a lot better back in the day. Oh, Speed, good job there, doing a lot to connect that creep wave. His Schem is going to go down on the bottom side, so that's 2 deaths now for the Nature's Prophet. And this is something you are not going to see anywhere else. A Nature's Prophet having to walk back from base. That might be the only time that I will ever see this happening in Dota professionally.
I mean, he's not actually. He's just
gonna wait.
Yeah. He's waiting.
It's just it's a point of pride.
This hero ain't made for walking. Yeah.
You only get so many miles on it, like a car.
Yeah.
Well, that's sad. I thought we were gonna get to see something new.
I thought so as well, but you know, maybe he was too scared, like intercepted or something. We'll say. Makes it back in time to bully Bignum near this camp. But up top, so you can see they're still just dancing around in the jungle. We're creating a new lane in here. It's very exciting. We're all so happy.
Oh yeah,
so much fun interaction.
I mean, honestly,
Creep
it's better than pulling it behind the tower.
That's true. Can I get some raised dead here? Yeah, there we go. Get him out.
Nice.
Attack.
Nice. I mean, it's still actually like doing okay here for Devi Llama. Speed is causing him issues and getting a few of these denies right in his face, which is, you know, pretty annoying to have to contend with. But at the same time, Hellscream dragging those waves around, it's just looking like a very strange laning stage overall. 6 denies.
Yeah, Speed's just trying to beat him. Where are you going? Yeah, what are we going to do? This is Dota, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you came to see. Well, my mid laner could use some creeps. All right. And we're laning in the river.
And also able to come on over and take that water rune. Speed still trading hits.
It's sad, Lyrical.
He has double Enchanted Mango magic stick. Like, if he wanted to, he could drop the tombstone here.
People ask, when are we going to see the effects of climate change? Like, look at these migration patterns changing. You know,
and Yimsun just has the freest lane of his life on this troll as they jump in, find it, but then the hit onto 2. Divine Llama also in trouble. He took vacuum.
Thanks
toss to get the kill. Wow. Deliver a free solo kill to the Tiny, why don't you? I mean, he was having a tough laning stage too.
That's true. We've been so busy watching this other lane up top. He was well behind, and now he takes the net worth lead over the Kunker. At least got next to him for a second there before the last did start coming in. He's another big wave coming here, too, as he tries to go for a top water rune. And Hellscream not able to take it from him.
Okay. Bottled up. And, I mean, again, you look at bottom and how things are going. Schem is, again, going to just be ran at and killed. So all 3 lanes right now going exceptionally well for Wildcard. Somehow Shopify are managing to lose 4 lanes, which was not anticipated.
That's usually when my jungler dies. You know, that guy is playing his little level 2 Huskar, dies, and the jungler like, there it is. 4th lane down.
Jeez. Yeah, this is an early great start for Wildcard.
Okay, Grandmaster Skem maybe going down again here, or at least he's going to lose his carry, one or the other.
Yamato in trouble. Yeah, nowhere left to go. He's getting ran down by this Beastmaster. And Bignum doing what he can to bully. Even gets a deny
I love
there.
speed coming through there, too. And this is Troll Warlord. This is the power of this hero, is that he should not need any help in any lane. He threatens kills when he has supports, and he lives when he doesn't have supports. Right. So you get to make these big moves as someone like the Undying. Skem.
Yeah, this is a problem. He's dead again. And the Nightmare to back away. Mato slowed down by the boars, jumps in from Hellscream. They'll summon the little bird. The turn to dodge away. Yamato in trouble. The root, the kill, and now he can turn and fight Hellscream. Face him. Don't give him the bonus damage. No bonus damage for you.
Holy.
Another kill.
Some vanquishing happening right now, I tell you. No Sven, but we're still vanquishing people. Skem, do not. Brother.
Dude,
not
he's
five.
fucking dead.
Not 5.
What are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, jeez. 10-1. What a beatdown.
Dude, Skem has had his TP on cooldown this whole game. Every time I look at him, his TP's on cooldown and he's dead.
Jeez. That was crazy. I mean, this is a 15 last hit Ursa at 6 minutes jungling.
Meanwhile, you got Yopaj mid 0-0-0, who's just like, what the what is happening in my side lanes? Guys, what is going on?
And like Yamsun is 34 and 15. They need to find some way to set this up. Like, they're not going to have damage. Divide Llama is so far away from a Dominator still, and like you're having Ricky stack one camp at a time to try and catch up for this.
What's crazier is he still has more gold than Tomato. Tomato is almost behind Bignum on the Bane. In fact, if Bignum gets this kill, he will be behind him.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no way. Skem is just done.
Dude, he's done.
Guy. Yeah,
he's done, and not just on Twitch. Am I right?
Yeah.
6 kills now.
Holy.
Jeez, what is happening?
I mean, look at where Shopify is playing right now. They have their 3 cores either walking back to base or farming like the furthest away jungle. Just look at the mini map. Like, there's nothing happening.
It's like they didn't buy the DLC. They didn't unlock the second half of the map yet.
Right.
They're playing the base game right now. They don't even know.
It's a 4,000 gold lead at 7.5 minutes.
And there's a very deep ward planted in there, so they have an idea, like, because they know they're jungling right now, so they're gonna be keeping an eye on this, see if they can sneak some plays there.
At the very least, Divide Llama was able to get the shrine, right? Like, that's something going their way. The question is now, can they translate this early success into a bunch of kills and taking down towers? Like, are Wildcard gonna be able to try and like put themselves in a position to start to close out some of these towers here and get objectives?
I just can't wait to see it when they have a Black Dragon joining a team fight at like 11 minutes.
That's true. Yeah, that's a serious issue. Because Fade is getting there. He has looked great.
Yeah, he's looked very, very good this game. And of course, with Bignum and Speed, they're tri-laning the whole time too. So, you know, he's definitely getting a little bit of assistance there.
Fade just
bouncing
now
has his life planned out for himself too.
He's just bouncing between Ancients and the tower. But yeah, I mean, he's got all of his items that he feels like he needs queued up for Troll. The only one that's really having an okay game is Yopaj. But Beastmaster is so fed. He is huge.
Yeah, this is actually crazy. Just back to the Ancients. I mean, it's nearly that time, guys. We are a mere 1,100 gold away.
Yeah, this is... I mean, so they're bringing in Yopaj now. He's level 8, 2 points up in the X marks the spot. And them pushing to get this tower down would be pretty nice for him. They have the Helm creep that Divide can play with. In mid, Speed is just holding on to the tower with Skem here.
Yeah,
But
I
they're
don't think you
starting
fight
to
this.
bully.
I think you let the tower go because Big Nim was just getting 6 down bottom. He hasn't now. There's not really any value in like trying to TP and set up there because in order to win these fights, you still do want to have like speed ready, dropping Tombstone, and getting into a fight that way. Fade feeling confident enough with this ward they place on him to just farm right through the Radiant jungle. And he's going to wrap around on the mid lane tower now.
RCY will get caught here. They don't have Nightmare, but they do have a grip and will drop it onto Hellscream. Vacuum connection onto 2. They already used the wall. But with the Tombstone down and Fade here, that stops any hopes of Shopify fighting this.
Yeah,
and
they
it
can
should
just keep
just
this
be
push.
the tower.
And this will be, that Helm of the Overlord gold pretty soon here. This is disgusting. RCY looking for something.
Looked for it, not able to find it. And so tier 1 tower down. Wildcard gonna start to take over this Radiant jungle. I mean, Tomato is so far away from relevance.
Yeah, he is. He's half the net worth of the offlaner that he was facing.
I don't know when he's gonna be able to do anything really here. I'm just trying to figure out like what is even their avenue back into this. It feels like it kind of has to be taking a fight, but you have to catch people out and about, just like isolated.
I think it's Ricky dropping a bunch of insane wards and trying to find isolated heroes like they've done right now with the Yamsun.
Okay.
That's probably your best bet. Drops a sentry to see if he's safe, see if he can actually set up here. Divine Llama's close. I think they have to try and go for a kill on this guy. But no one can get here in time, so it's not going to happen.
I mean, they're kind of
At least he's
running
leeching all his
over
XP,
there.
so that's
That's
nice.
something. Yeah. He's again over a ward. And Divine Llama is nearby. Can throw an Ion Shell onto Hellscream if they want to play that game, maybe. Yep. And they'll go for a second. Yamsun chased. Does not seem to be that concerned yet. And yeah, Divine Llama is going to have to leave that one alone. Now speed. Caught by Skem, but he just walks away from that. I mean, it's a testament to how little they care about what's happening. Like, there's just nothing happening here.
RCY going to see Kunkka D wards right in his face, but can't do anything, so they're just going to farm camps next to each other. All right, and we got a dragon. How to Train Your Dragon. Fade, you know, he saw the live action remakes coming out and thought, wow, we could just do things better now, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much that's how it feels like. A really, really clutch couple of moves coming out from Wildcard, and the draft feels like they've come up with pretty great answers. As Tomato low on life and has to run back home again while the tier 2 tower goes down basically in his face.
This dragon basically has the HP of Ursa, Darkseer, and Ricky combined.
Oh, God.
It's 2,800 HP.
Yeah, it's not dying.
That's a tough feller.
Dude, and Fade is going drums. That's so sick. I was thinking like Vlad's or something, but you can do that as well if he wants to later.
He must be having so much fun right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I think so.
this is absurd. This is actual, like, 25-minute strats that are happening right now in his Beastmaster.
Yeah. Oh, Divine Llama does another one of those, send his creep in, almost die with an Ion Shell on it, and then take over a new one right away. But honestly, every time he has to dominate another creep, that's more gold that you're not farming as the Darkseer. As Yamsun taking a few more hits here, but we'll be okay. And Fade pressuring for another tier 2 tower. Are they going to let this one go as well? So far, it seems like it. RCY, Blink Dagger at the ready, but not opting to jump forward. And instead, they're just going to let this one go. Yopaj.
Oh, yep.
He's bound.
Bound by the Prowler.
He's in some trouble. They will find this poor old Kunkka. Don't even need the grip right now.
No.
As they're just going to kill him off.
He is the fish in the barrel this time. You know, they're just circling him, making it easy. They did buff Helm, so you do get the gold and the XP. So feel free to spam it when you go your build. Don't worry, you can
Okay.
you can keep
Oh,
getting
you're
it.
right. Sorry. Good call.
I believe in you.
I'm gonna start building it now too. That sounds
That's what
sick.
I'm saying. You know, I mean, clearly it might have lost 2 games here in this best of 5. So I hope it doesn't dissuade you.
He didn't go Overlord though. That's the
true.
key.
He's not committing to the build. He's just a tourist.
This is, I think, a dead Ursa Bear as
That's just like your
in
opinion,
some
man.
trouble. True. True. It is my opinion.
Wow. Whose voice line is the holy moly?
That's Beastmaster.
No, like the caster
Oh.
one. There's a caster
Oh,
one.
that's
You know what? Is it Gods?
That's Gods. Yeah, it's
Okay,
Gods.
I thought it was Gods. Yeah, this feels like one of those games. I would be spamming that over and over again if I was on the Dire. Every time we got a kill, it's just like, holy moly.
I haven't seen Gods in a while.
Oh,
We
that's
need to
a
bring it
lot of
back.
shrines of wisdom.
Yeah. That is. And a dead scam.
He's just pinging that thing.
They just keep on going down, man. You know, every time you look back, there's another hero dead across the map.
That is very nice of him to shout out the next game from IOI, the next 007 game. You know, he's trying to. He's got a brand deal actually. It's very good.
Oh, look, they got speed. Oh, nope, they didn't. Okay. You know, this is good though, because it's like they're trying to remind everybody about what the NA qualifiers were like, you know, in the lead up to this. That's what's going on.
See, we are an NA team.
Yeah, exactly. Yopaj. Well, they toss him back to Fade. Hello, sir. How you doing? Hellscream. Maybe they're actually in a little bit too far here. Bignum gets himself killed. Fade also in a bit too far, and with the whole team showing up, they're going to take him down. Oh, no, but I don't know if they can deal with the real carry. The dragon is there as RCY kills off Skem again. Fade is going to run his creep away, trying to heal back up RCY, but it's not going to happen. And now Speed
Keep going.
He is also in a bit too far. This is starting to work. It's pretty huge for them if they can make this work, although the dragon punching and Speed him down. Now the zombies chasing after Yopaj, chasing after Divine Llama. It looks like that's going to be the extent of the damage, as they will X Speed. Pulls him back in. Yamson shows up. Slowdown is there. Oh, needs a net. Not going to find it. Although Surge is wearing off shortly. He gets Greaves delivered from Divine Llama. Bignum moves back into position. The slowdown, and there's the grip. They got their man Yopaj just on the low ground, but will it be enough? Yes, they get the route that they need. Bignum starting to die. Needs to get uphill. Getting away. No, not going to happen. Yamsa now is in a little bit too far too, so they lose him as well. Wait, this is actually enormous for Shopify, and with Fade coming back in, he actually needs to be a little bit careful with positioning here. Has Roar, drops it onto Divine Llama. The hits keep on coming, and it will be enough with RCY coming for the wraparound. Skem dead again. Nothing new there. But on the other side is going to be the Ursa, who's trying to run away after finishing off that Battle Fury.
They scan. They know he's up here. He's going to get found.
Oh, trying to make his way through. They can wait on the timing for the toss. There it is. And now Speed comes in for the finish. 6-1-8 on this Undying. What a monster.
Jeez. That's a lot.
I mean,
that was a lot of damage.
If you look at the recap, that was still like actually pretty okay for Shopify.
Yeah, I mean, they still managed to like actually get a ton of XP in a game like that, or in a fight like that, because you're not getting it on the map because you're so squished in. So, okay, well then they lost them apparently.
Right.
And they're gonna end up getting the Aegis. Okay, well, they tested their limits a bit there. That's probably going to cause Wildcard to play a little bit safer, you'd imagine. They're also spending a lot of this gold. They have way more stuff now, which was a bit of an issue. There's a bit of some empty bags and full pockets in that fight, somewhat for them.
And I mean, having the Battle Fury doesn't really enable the Ursa to fight at all, but it's the first step towards that. NP does have the Spirit Vessel, and like only one tier 2 tower remaining with a 9k gold lead. They can probably just start to pressure high ground if they want with the big creep from Fade, particularly now that they have the Aegis, but likewise don't want to put themselves in a position where suddenly you're, losing out in these fights over and over again.
And Yopaj going crazy here. Going for a deep farm maneuver. Let's see, he's going to get away with it too. And this is what you got to do in a game like this.
Right.
They're going to jump onto Bignum.
Has the Nightmare ready. Okay. And he's fine.
Man, this guy bought Quelling Blade. He's crazy.
There's going to be a TP out from the Ricky, but the Roar, they find the Kunkka also taking down Skem. As Yopaj will be eventually killed.
And I love this Aghanim Scepter from Yamsun. Just seeing it, it's such a good game for it.
Yeah.
Gonna be really hurting the Darkseer, gonna be hurting the Kunkka. Just a nuisance. Anyone's trying to try and slow down that kill or something, and you're just chucking out these dispels. The Ricky's got the Yules. It's real nice.
Oh, yeah. So, 21 minutes in, Shrine of Wisdom on the Dire side claimed, as Divine Llama is trying to get into his next item. Does have the Greaves done. Could go for the Blink if he wants, but eyeing up, at least for now, that Lotus first. Is going to run into an area where Bignum is at. We'll see if Bignum decides to double back to catch him there, if he's just going to let him go.
He only has the Aether Lens, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
And his team has creeps,
so team. Yeah.
Yeah. They have to keep the catapult alive, though. And they just jump in deep. They find Skem.
Oh, big. All right, they got him. And with the catapult there, they can go.
Just protect the catapult at all costs. Do they have any way to kill it? I don't think so.
No. I mean, that's Rax.
It's a brave catapult.
Jeez. And now they can go in mid if they want to. Hellscream is here with the amplified damage, as they will jump right on top of him. Yule's Scepter lift up, the toss back to the friends. Hello, sir. How are you? He moves back over and will be in some trouble and gone. And they can just do it all again.
That's a bit of a problem here. He's coming in with the Frenzy. Let me see a Frenzy Troll Warlord. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big hits.
Oh, that's a lot of attack. 561 attack speed. Holy.
All right, Ursa has Blink. This is their last stand here. They got to get something done. They also have Lotus Orb at the ready. Yopaj X found a Fade. Doesn't decide to pull him back. There's the RCY jump connection on to the Kunkka. Grip immediately there, but Bignum gonna get jumped by Tomato. He goes down. They don't have buyback on the Kunkka. Vacuum Wall not really doing quite enough at this point, as another avalanche and another toss back, as Skem will die for the 12th time this game. It is going to be
oh my gosh, can we make it a baker's dozen? He's buying back. Give
another
me
one
more.
The Darkseer again in trouble. Triple kill for Yamsun. And they will head on out after taking 2 sets of racks at 23 minutes. What a freaking beatdown.
Where did it all go? Okay, I mean, it was really the bottom lane. The side lanes really, we know where it all went wrong. It's not really much of a question. It was more of just like, wow, it really went wrong in those side lanes. The mid lane was so inconsequential in this game, which is very rare in Dota, especially these days. Usually the mid is dictating a lot right now.
Right.
Like we have our playmakers coming out of mid, and they're doing so much. This game ended before the playmakers were relevant at all. Like, yeah. Yopaj and RCY were playing their own game. They were just like in a separate spot doing some other stuff, and this they just heard these news reports coming out from other parts of the field, and suddenly the war was over. RCY didn't even fire a single shot.
It is kind of crazy. I think that really to me, I think this comes down to the difference between Beastmaster and Darkseer as heroes, right? Like Beastmaster can win you a lane, but oftentimes doesn't have to, just by like existing and having some good answers and like shutting things down a little bit. And Darkseer, you need things to go well, and if it doesn't go well, if like those pulls don't happen effectively, it's over. Like your game is just done. Particularly with this Helm of the Dominator build, you kind of have to be ahead with it, I think, on Darkseer and like continue to build an advantage. Because otherwise,
feels like a farming item for him.
Right, you miss out on the auras otherwise.
This is a tanky troll with that granite golem.
And Divine Llama going to be tossed back and caught, rooted, enfeebled, everything. They drop the boat. Will connect onto nobody. And Fade just walking away from this. They jump onto him, but the Sprout doing some counter synergy there, as it actually kind of keeps the Beastmaster alive. And now another toss on Tomato. They will lose the Beastmaster in the end. Yamsun now turns, starts to hit, immediately breaking the Fiend's grip, but Yamsun is just so strong right now that it honestly does not even matter. They're going to chase forward, looking for a bit more. Now the hit, Tomato in trouble, forced to run away, able to get that surge out of there for a moment. Divine Llama trying to back out, will just bring him down, and they will finally be able to close this one out. It looks like at least getting the Mega Creek scam will go down again. Triple kill for Yamsun. They keep the chase going. Hits now onto Tomato. He is starting to die. Bit by bit, the ultra kill. Yamsun says, get on over here, mister.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me one more again. It's Speed. You stole it. How dare you? He takes the kill, but it is going to be GG. Wildcard one game away from going to TI.
Oh, my lordy.
We're getting into this one game away from making this stuff happen.
It's Magna Zone. You were kind of close.
Oh, I was so
They gave
close.
him a third one, you know.
Getting zoned out. Wow. All right. Well, let's see what ends up happening here. Definitely going to be a contentious one, and Shopify, smoke. Are they going to find some tasty little pickoffs here to start their game? Wildcard are all together. Do not want to give up anything for free here.
No apps? No free apps?
Oh,
No jalapeno
delayed
poppers?
Smoke. The delayed smoke. I do love some apps, not gonna lie. That placement again of that ward there, they got it down earlier for RCY. It does a good job of like scouting out that area without being an easily to take away place. All right, yeah, and RCY shows, now they run away. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Man, Skim died a lot last game.
Speed is thinking about going in here for a play. No, okay, never mind. I thought he was going for the flame break play, but decides against it. Yes, he did. He died a lot. Maybe that's why he wanted the electromagnetic repulsion.
That's a chance. It would have helped him against Beastmaster, that's for sure. But then he's playing Disruptor, and maybe that's not so helpful. Oh, good job there by Speed. They still get the body blocks. Not all of them, though.
No.
Okay.
No, this should be good. So this lane is not just going to push out for free. So they're going to have to deal with the level 1 nuisance of a Bat Rider. As Fade will now come down the bottom lane with his Night Rain. Or sorry, Scam will come down the bottom lane to face off against the Night Rain of Night Stalker.
Nice.
Who can actually lane at level 1 now these days, which is pretty cool.
Speed onto Hell Scream up on the top side, getting some good damage out there while you see the Chakram get thrown, not Chakram, excuse me, Whirling Death get thrown out. And Speed runs back into Hell Scream again, continuing to bully him. He's doing a very good job of making this Shaman feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, meanwhile, Hellscream's attempts to fire back at him just do nothing with Bat's 4.2 HP regen base.
Right.
Despite his giant muscles on Shadow Shaman and his huge hits, it's not enough.
It is kind of crazy how good this Bat Rider hero can be. Just like with that base regen that he's got and everything else.
Yeah.
Super hard to play against.
And an innate that just wins you trades, you know?
Right. Yeah. But so far, everything's seeming pretty good. It is a slight lead right now by RCY as he will get another deny right in Yopaj's face. 8-4 versus the 8-1. And again, this is one of those matchups that can get a little bit dicey depending upon how things work out. Bignum taking some hits down bottom, getting chased down by Scam, is going to get glimpsed back in. Goes for the TP out. Does he have enough to escape? Yes. And he TP'd to the tower. Wow.
Hey, he's got tangos.
Yeah.
You can stick around for some of this XP. Scam getting his vitamin C here, munching a lot of mangoes, but he doesn't have glimpse for a few seconds, so no chance for a big glimpse back for some damage.
While that's happening up top, Divine Llama and Hellscream were able to get a pull off as they're actually still chasing and trying to do some damage here to Yamato, seeing what more they can make happen. He doesn't have a Photic Shield. Back up for a second. That's first blood. Fade again. Having a great start, and the Night Stalker getting first blood. Wow.
All right, good start.
Man, that's crazy.
Can it happen again?
I mean, yeah, honestly, there's a bit of a chance here. You never know. But a window there where, you know, you just had the Disruptor too far away to take off the Nightmare, and so he gets pulled right under tower pretty much. Still pretty even out of the mid lane as we look up top here. Timbersaw.
This is
This
is the man of legends. You know, this was when he first came onto the scene. Divine Llama, he definitely made a name for himself with this Timbersaw, right? There was a reason it was banned a lot. It's here. He's a Grandmaster player. I think that if I'm Shopify Rebellion, I'm putting my hopes on Divine Llama in this game. So I'm expecting a lot when he hits 6, because this is a HP pool that is absolutely puny on this Terrorblade. And basically, when you hit level 6 on Timbersaw, Terrorblade can't play the lane anymore.
Yopaj in some trouble here, trying to get high ground, but they bring over numbers and manage to find themselves that kill and also the water rune pickup for RCY. But yeah, I mean, with what's going on mid, it's got to come down to Divide to have a good game.
Yeah, and they got to be thinking, I mean, hopefully right now that this isn't that consequential right now. It's okay, but like I could see you'd be feeling like it's kind of slipping away right now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, look, Hellscream now in trouble a little bit here, but they turn on the Yamsun with the shackles. He's going to die. Still stick charges on Yamsun. Oh, he gets the kill first.
Yeah, wasn't able to do enough there. Speed does actually have more stick charges, can keep chasing this down. Divine Llama forced to pop his stick, runs away, 10 stack speed. Oh, he goes down. The DOT, a double kill for this Bat Rider. Level 4 now.
I didn't think he was going to do it. I had hater energy.
I didn't think so either.
I didn't believe it all.
Oh man, Skem going low, but not dead yet. Now they get the catch onto Bignum, who backs away from this.
2.
I mean, look at this. This is a 1v3 now, and they're winning it.
He's just gonna walk away.
Wildcard. He's fine. Like, I don't know. This Shopify are crumbling here. I mean, granted, again, like you said, it's not the most consequential thing in the world at this early laning stage, but they're outplaying them.
But it's not good. It's,
Yeah.
Holy. Divine Llama hits a massive shock on speed up top in those trees, but he manages to walk it off. Almost dies to the whirling death, rather, I should say. Not the shock, I'm sorry. Don't want to mislabel my spells here and confuse our audio listeners. I know. It's hard not to.
Yeah, I mean, this level 6 is definitely going to need to be the big window when you watch for stuff, but Divine Llama is just taking such a beating up here. He keeps on. I mean, because the speed is level 4, this double point and sticky and having flame break and the threat of Firefly, it's a problem. Gotta be careful.
Fade is the top farmer in this game. Okay, now he's not. He doesn't get overtaken by the Terrorblade, but like, holy, that's crazy.
RCY I thought might have been willing to go there. Has level 6 before Yopaj does. Yopaj gets it now.
They could
And at the
definitely bait Divine Llama, you know? Like, if they bring the Pango up top or something.
Yeah.
Because you know he's going to be hungry when he hits 6.
Oh, absolutely. It looks like it's going to be a Wisdom Shrine for each side here. Which
Hellscream needing one desperately.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be a pretty strong timing here now, though, because you have level 5 on Bat Rider. And he's actually... If Divine Llama is not careful, he actually could run into some issues himself. Although maybe he just kills speed. Yeah, that's pretty good too. But now Yamsun shows up. Ooh, threatening.
Oh, here comes the TP. Bane's coming.
Danger, danger. Looking for one. Finding him. And there's the glimpse away. So that keeps him fine.
All right. Well, speed was being a bit too cheeky, I think, with some of those flame breaks and stuff with Divine Llama. He knew he was level 6, but... He still was playing a little bit too close to the Divine Llama Timber. You got to respect this hero. This guy has no points in reactive armor because you're all magic damage on this bat.
RCY finds Scam and kills him in the jungle.
Yeah, not playing around here. Has a regen rune as well, so he'll just go right back full resources here, trying to get the 8-mana rune.
It's going to be bottom where it's a haste. They hex RCY, try and kill him off. Do have shackles. And nightmare. Oh!
He's bottling. He might get the rune too.
Big Num, what a gamer.
This
and he gets the rune. That's crazy.
Is Bane the hero of the series? If he wins this, Bane will have won all 4 games.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's played really well.
Just uses it right away and just wants to go steal the bounty words. He's gonna get 2.
Yeah.
Bottle refilled and okay, they gotta kill Yamsun. He's not allowed here. This is illegal. Yeah, get him. Chase him out of here. You're not allowed to be under the tower versus a level 7 Timbersaw.
And with nobody coming to help, it's a bit of an issue. Yeah, they bring everybody, and Yamsun will go down. Mid lane, they try to catch on Yopaj, aren't going to be able to. That is what they needed. Take down that Terrorblade.
Yeah, a bit of a gift there, I gotta say. That's Yamsun just being way too greedy. You gotta know, like it's over, bro. You go to the jungle. Like you don't have a tower anymore. Timber's level 7. Go away. But he forces rotations, so I guess you could say that at least is part of it. But he's gonna TP right to the tier 2 and start jungling.
Another one of these games, though, where this like slight lead, it makes me wonder, you know, who's going to come out swinging earlier. This is a big kill if they can get him. Does not have ulti skilled up yet. Smato will do it now. They wait for him to wear off, and now immediately going to bring down this Abba. Yep. So Fade making good use of his first ulti.
All holding the Rolling Thunder the whole time, too, in case any rotations came through. Bignum trying to set up in the mid lane as well, potentially, but nobody's ready for it. He's just going to end up trying to get the rune, but it spawns bottom, so unlucky. No Oracle to tell him where to go. And he's lucky to survive. Well, I shouldn't say lucky. He survives because of the ward that he has.
Yeah.
Gets him away from Divine Llama.
And while this pressure gets mounted onto the tower, they are not on Shopify able to immediately take this tower down mid. They have 4 heroes here, are expecting a response, but Bignum, with that great ward, it sees all of these movements.
Yeah,
and they know if you TP in, it's a glimpse away.
And I think they're just choosing not to confront this because, I mean, the creep wave is starting to die, but Pango's so close to defusal.
And a nightmare to start. Yopaj goes. Bignum backs away, does have 6, has stick charges, tries to run out. Bignum dead. That is tower gone.
Okay. Full commitment pays off from Shopify Rebellion. They get their tower. Gonna open this map up a little bit. But RCY is heading home right now to grab his Diffusal Blade, so big upgrade for the hero.
Yeah.
Actually, not quite. He's still 180 away. My bad. Thought he had it.
A lot of stacks in the Radiant Triangle, too. 3 on the Ancients, at least, which Timber can run through if he wants.
He just circled it, so I think he's thinking the same thing.
Right. Yamsun's still the most farmed in this game, though. Despite that earlier deaths on Terrorblade, he's still doing quite well.
All right, Fade is just gonna. Did they just twin gated past each other?
Wow.
They went through
And
at the
Devi is
same
dead
time.
because of that.
Because
Hellscream thought that they were. Oh no!
It was like Freaky Friday. They just like switched sides.
Oh
the
my
same
god!
moment.
And now they get Yopaj in the mid lane too. He's dead. They lose both of those cores, and they see the stacks.
Because he was trying to scout for this exact move. He's trying to protect his timber saw.
This is really bad for Shopify. If they lose these stacks now too, I mean,
they don't know. Wait, they don't. Oh no, they didn't see them actually.
No, they only. Well, I thought they saw the big one, but
I mean,
maybe they also
they don't have enough.
Yeah, they can also just like deny them getting them by taking down this tower. I mean, I don't know. Speed, he might think about it. They're taking these ones. Now they see, hey, there's some bigger ones over here.
That's a hard one to deal with, though.
Yeah, Speed's just going to take some of these, and they all come in to reset. Wow. 3,000 gold lead. Our wild card going to do it, Trent.
I mean, they were slowly starting to get something going on Shopify. It was feeling pretty good. You know, it was costly rotations, but they were successful ones. This part hurting them a bit here is now Tomato gone on. Has his ulti ready, but man, the chunking of the HP here.
Yeah.
Fade, remember, he has his Orb of Corrosion as well here, so versus this Timber Saw as well, we might see that come into play.
He's going. Hellscream in some trouble. Aphotic Shield is out, but Bignum is already there, so that is going to be one dead hero. The Hex is out. Not going to be enough to stop this, although they're moving in with Void Spirit, and now they catch and kill on the Bane. They haven't been able to bring down. Well, they finally get him now, the Shaman. Batrider trying to play his way out of this one. Will be able to juke out and actually escapes. Holy. Fade, you need to be careful. Divine Llama is coming, but they come in with RCY now. Fade trying to get out of there, barely backing away, but he runs out of ulti form, and Speed getting chased by Devi has Chakram back up, but he hides away in his little corner, and that keeps him alive.
He's gaming.
Oh, but RCY. They find RCY, but is RCY just going to kill Yopaj? Trying to get the right angle on him. Now on to Devi.
He has no TP.
And RCY just says, I'm out of here.
Yeah, so he's got to just roll out. Autobot style. Speed, speaking of which, also no to TP, so just stuck in the trees.
But again, what is this all leading up to? Terrorblade farming.
Oh man, this is some wild stuff here. And Fade has some big decisions to make in terms of his itemization. He's thinking about just going straight up for the blink, so wants to target this Disruptor and this Shadow Shaman.
Wait, are they going to kill Devi? Are they going to try to go for Devi here?
I mean, they have no lasso, like.
But they have grip.
This will still be hard, won't it?
Yemson kills Skeb, but Speed has a lot of damage. Oh my God, he goes down. He does get the kill first.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, I did not respect the bat. Well done. I was a little nervous.
That was crazy.
And Bignum's really the big winner because he just gets all the XP on that. So shout outs.
level 9.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Speed. Helping me out here. Yeah, there is a big gap in the supports for sure. Like Speed's almost level 9. Bignum is level 9. We got barely level 7 on Scam and 7.5 on Hellscream. So feeling pretty good. And Divine Llama, talk about how we need to like carry this game. He's got to be big, huge. He is the top net worth, but he's being forced to go into the Lotus Orb next, so he can't go for these like these Agnums that they love to build on the Timber Saws to be like big and bulky and create some space in these team fights. He feels like he just needs these kind of middling items to try and survive through all these single target problems of Batrider and Bane.
Man, that is crazy. This is not the way that I thought this series would be going, but Wildcard have really leveled up their game and on the verge of being the representative from North America at TI. Absolutely crazy stuff.
It's still a long road from here.
Well, not that long if the game keeps going like this.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sold yet, Gabe.
Okay.
I believe in the Timber.
The Timber is scary. He's the second highest farmed hero in the game right now. Is he going to be able to freely cast his abilities? He is basically at a plate mail right now to finish off the Lotus. And that's when a lot of this stuff stops working. But the flip side to that, the danger, the flame break, just barely off the mark, not clipping him, and they'll get the Abba instead, who does not have an ulti up and ready. Is Divine Llama going to run back in here right now? Speed gets him. The lasso's there. And now with Bignum, the Sunder from Yamsun to save the day. It's a team effort. It's a team effort.
Once your carry is sundering, I believe.
Oh.
They have become one. They have become the Borg. They've assimilated to a single unit of greatness on Wildcard.
Oh, my God.
It's no longer 5 players. It's one mind and one spirit.
That was very, very good. Man.
And while we're watching that, like there was another solo kill as well from Fade. He just able to completely tear apart Skem by himself. So helping to propel himself even further after this Blink Dagger. It is a farming item when you can just solo supports.
Right. Yeah, it's nuts. And Bane, I mean, like you talked about, the hero of this tournament, it seems at least. They're finding people in the jungle, though. Looking for Bignum, can't quite get him. Walking up the hill is the Bat Rider, but they also don't go for that. I mean, with like a glimpse on Disruptor, they just don't feel like they can force a fight, which is crazy.
Yeah, we often say this about this hero, but he is one of the worst feeling heroes when you're behind.
Yes.
Like, there's just nothing you can really do.
Jeez.
You need to be hunting and chasing and glimpsing and creating these outnumbering situations. And when you're the ones on the back foot, it's just the only way to do that is to like TP back a Boots of Travel hero. And you're like, oh, we did it.
Holy moly. You know what this means, right?
What's it mean?
If Wildcard go to TI, we need more streamers to buy Dota teams. You know, Amaranth comes in, buys the freaking team. They're suddenly going to TI. we need the rest of them. Everybody buy a Dota team. You'll go to TI, I promise.
It's gonna be a lit panel segment.
All right, 6K gold lead. Smoke up now from both
Finally,
squads.
a hot tub interview.
Exactly. It's Ken
Jenkins and Amaranth.
as Yopaj will be found and killed. Not a chance in the world. Skem also going down. And can they find another health screen on the back foot? The dude is dying. And just like that, 7-20.
Oh, they're getting their vision. They're playing aggressive, just like last game, really. Very similar styles and ideas, and they're just not getting countered by Shopify. They're kind of just walking around right now, a little mindless, you know? Like think about Tomato. What initiative does he have to change the outcome of this game? Basically zero on this hero.
Like he can be a part of some moves, but what is the move? You know, how do you take a fight?
It's only Timber. That's it. I mean, that's not true. It's Void Spirit. It's Timber and Void Spirit.
Right.
Like they have the items for it in theory right now, but they're just getting outplayed and outvisioned.
I feel like they both need BKBs though too, because Fade is causing such an issue with the silence. Like they can't play their heroes the way they want. Like the last, you know, quote unquote fight that they had. All right, this is the play. This is what you've got to do. Like they have to make a big play like this and take down Roche.
And they're assuming that they're taking the Tormentor, and they are correct. They are moving their way there right now. So they're just saying, hey, they're going to Tormentor, so we need to use this opportunity to get Roche. They dropped the Snakes, even though they probably didn't need to, but just to play it safe, so they can at least have something to do. Do you put him on Divine Llama? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
I mean, he's basically Storm, right? Like, think of it as a Storm Spirit is how I like to consider the Timber Saw. When he gets his full mana, he's just kind of crazy again.
And I will say that, you know, this Night Stalker did not go for the Hand of Midas type of build. It's going in for BKB next. He's not really going to be like another core in terms of damage necessarily. That's definitely the TB. So it's not necessarily that he falls off, but more that he needs to like make sure he's getting stuff done with these items when he gets them. And if it ever stalls out a little bit, maybe things start to feel a little better for Shopify. But then again,
and that is something
into a Terrorblade.
Yeah, exactly. Like we do know that TB's got the damage, and we know that Pango with the Ags also has the damage. So
right,
that's probably going to be their next best timing is Pango Ags coming up. Try and utilize that to take down these tier 2s. And meanwhile, Shopify, they got a plan. They have an Aegis. They're going to try and group up. They're going to try and bait somebody and get a fight off of it. And that fight might start on Divide Llama. Then this is not a jump. There's a shield.
Tomato's right there. Immediately takes it out. But can they kill off any of these heroes? Well, RCY is rolling back and forth through it. Finds the supports. Yopaj a little bit forward. This is an okay fight for Shopify. Although now they lose the Disruptor. That makes it a little bit worse.
I mean, they have 2 Resonants. I think you got to try. This is your best chance.
They're looking, they're hunting, they break the ulti immediately. That's the start. Now the jump, Terrorblade, 4-staffed away. The sleep is there onto Divide Llama, passes it back over. Yemsun gets the Sunder. No! He stays alive. Divide Llama doing everything he can to make this work. Well, at the same time, they're hunting the backlines. Fade, RCY hunting onto Hellscream, but RCY is also going to go down. Divide Llama, big hits, misses the chain there by virtue of the Firefly, but still, some signs of life.
You could have gave him Darkseer, but you gave him his Timbersaw. What does he do? He gets his face in there, and he slaps on that Lotus. He baited Yamsun. He waited for the animation, then boom. Yeah. Lotus, pop back that Sunder, kill the Terrorblade. Like,
that was big.
That was their one moment. Like, this is, if there's any hope of getting this game back to even, that was the moment right there. And they could not retreat in that moment either. Like, even though they lost their Disruptor kind of early, it was their best chance of finding something. They're playing under Vision for a lot of that. Really well played for Shopify. Kind of cut this lead down a little bit.
And if you're Wildcard, how do you respond to this? You know what I mean? Like, Fade is there going to blink out now. If they... I mean, there's a lot of different ways. You have to ride that balance between keeping the pressure on because you're still in the lead, but not overextending. As we're going to take another look at basically where they stand over the next couple of minutes. Like, Bane is rushing to this Academ Scepter. It'll be tough to see.
Yeah, especially because he also wants the Yules now, so he gets jumped on by Hellscream and just snaked up, not messing around.
Glimmer to try and save his life. He's under there. Fade moves in. Bane actually living. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bignum's alive. Oh, he finally goes down. Yopaj comes in for the finish, and Divide Llama takes down Speed. Fade does kill Skem. But again, trading supports for support.
Oh, and he's going to lose a Courier as well. Fade just keeps on rampaging through the Radiant side of the map. But they're going to cut that lead down even more. And they have to consider, like, can we get a Dispel to deal with this Timbersaw? Or, like, do we just have to wait it out? Because this Aghanim Scepter has no answer right now.
Yeah. Double jump. Fade gets away, though. What a big moment that steal of the Aegis was by Shopify while the Tormentor was being taken. That's the type of game-winning play that you need in these moments. Yemsun being hunted a little bit by Divide here. Do they think that he can do enough damage to make this work? Just going to TP right out. Hellscream can't get there in time.
There was no blink. He was so close. It was on cooldown. That would have been a massive kill. Very unfortunate there for Shopify. I mean, that would have evened things up, honestly. If they get that kill on Terrorblade right there, he's dead for a long time. Tomato's hitting Ancients and stuff. Like, the lead's basically down to 0 at that point. I mean, functionally, it kind of is at 0 right now because there are no moves for Wildcard. They're still waiting on this Aghanim Scepter finish from RCY before they feel like they can do anything.
Yeah, they have definitely stalled out a bit. I still think that, like, getting into the later stages, Terrorblade is the be-all, end-all, but Timbersaw is a great answer for him. And how is the Terrorblade's farm? He's almost got a Scotty completed. It's big ward. Smoke up.
Yeah, it's spots where Fade and RCY are going. They know where they're at right now. They're hoping they're going to show up on this wave and just going to jump and get the quick kill. But RCY just getting out of there.
Yeah.
Didn't like what he saw.
And it looks like they'll have a short pause now. 26 minutes. Wildcard. very close to being on their way to TI if they can come away with the victory in this one. Shopify trying to push it to a game number 5.
Ooh, all right. Pause Dota. Very painful thing to happen in a game like this. So you gotta keep your head in the game. Turns like where everyone was. Gotta wait 1 minute being asked right now here from Wildcard.
It is also about to be a Lincoln Sphere done on Yopaj.
Okay, good choice. Again, dealing with these lassos and Fiend's Grips. And, okay, so how the fights are going to break down right now is Wildcard have to try and find a jump kill without being countered by Blinking Rasta, Blinking Abba Shield, or the Lincoln Sphere.
Right. Yeah, that is an issue. Tomato almost has Manta, but they have a lot of save amongst a bunch of different people. Yeah, and the team fights are definitely starting to get more weird because, like, the silence from Night Stalker is good when you can stay on target, and he is actually almost done with a BKB. That also can make a big difference. His
huge.
ability to just stand there, because there isn't like any other damage once you get a BKB pretty much.
Yeah, and he needs to ruin these saves. He needs to get in there with the big silences too.
Right.
All right, Divine Llama is spotted here. He's playing
But there is
pretty
a
close to
ward.
them.
They see Bignum though. They know what's going on. It has still been the case that I feel like Shopify has been getting great wards on the map and consistently able to just like read what's happening over Wildcard.
Yeah, it's allowed them to play pretty aggressive in a lot of these down situations as well, like Yopaj where he's playing right now. Although the Dyers seem to know where he's at here.
Yeah,
There's
so I'm
smoke
just going to
up.
TP out.
Oh,
I'm
Yopaj
looking.
might be getting... Oh, speed not going?
They're hunting, looking, spotting him. Yopaj sticking around a little bit longer. Jumps down to the low ground.
Remember, he's got
They
the
will
Lincoln,
pop
so...
the ulti, and they're on him. Silence is there. Can't get away. They break the Lincolns and have them now as the grip is out. Oh, the save, it's not enough. And now Tomato is in too far.
Oh,
They're going to come in
Hellscream?
too late with Divine Llama. Oh, man. Yamsun
Wait,
gets a little
is
bit
it
of a
too late?
separation now. And they turn, try and hit Bignum in some trouble. They're slowing down Divine Llama, keeping him kited. They will kill off Bignum. Can they do more? No more roll coming from RCY, but they're still thinking about chasing. Yamsum immediately there on Yamato. Good damage out from Fade, finds the kill on the Skem, and now it's a silence keeping them at bay. Fade thinking about going back in again as Divine Llama is already being brought down fairly low, but they won't chase anymore for that Timber, who is now the highest net worth in this game.
Does it again there. And that kind of ends up just being even, I think. I mean, they got like a 2K lead, but it's still only a 4K lead right now in the Dire.
Right.
A lot of that gold going to the Night Stalker as well. And 2,000 experience. Holy.
I know.
That's crazy. 17 and a half right now with 1,300 gold to boot after that BKB. And Divine Llama just looking terrifying. He is all the damage. Likewise, most of the damage is also the Terrorblade on the Dire there.
And with the double BKB disables, I think also like you've got this Bat Rider that can lock down Devi, but you need to wait out the Lotus for the Bane to get the grip on him. And that's where it starts to get like a little bit tough. Even once he gets the Agnum Scepter, like that won't stop the Lotus from just destroying you. Whoa. Disruptor buys a Hand of Midas.
I mean, I don't think I've seen him cast Axor more than once this whole game, so...
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants to attack. This is for the attack speed. This isn't even an Agnums.
Skem has had a tough series. It's been rough for the guy. That's for sure. But
He's just getting
maybe a
jumped
sign
on by
of
Night Stalker.
a sign of where they feel like this game is going, that they're going to need to get that Agnum Scepter eventually out of him. Yeah, he's got the Greedy and he's got the Midas. He's just trying to scale.
It's just Scrooge McDuck over there, man. 100 GPM Animitis. Whoa. All right, big item. The Scotty versus Timber.
Jump, high ground, finds him, disruptor. Almost immediately dead as the BKB comes out. RCY bouncing back and forth.
Skim.
The bottom side.
Hellscream.
They're doing good damage to Tomato, who is kind of in no man's land. And there's the grip. Does Devi go in? Can he even really take this fight? Speed still chasing, looking, hunting, wanting to find somebody to target. Yamsun getting hit by Devi Lama with the BKB going, but his entire rest of his team is gone. Sunder's Bignum now ready to walk away. Will be able to find a double kill, but can Devi get out? He does not have that much help at the moment, but Yopaj ready to jump in a second. The Scotty, though, the damage is there, and finally, they find a way to take down Devi Lama.
Yopaj trying to game here on them, but Speed jumps in.
And Hunting, can they get him? He actually jumps forward, tries to take down RCY. It's a triple kill for Yamsun.
Oh, they went for it. They went for a big play on that one, and they got punished hard, and that's going to finish off that Basher now, too, which is really the thing that they are missing the most is just a little bit more control to help Yamsun. The fights are a bit of a scramble. Devi Lama, good prioritization, I think, going after that Night Stalker after the BKB dies, but the problem is the fight started by both supports just being gone. Like, immediately. Hellscream in the pit, dead. He just gets, like, 4 shot. Disruptor, dead. They know Hellscream just popped back. Schem doesn't have the buyback. And you're immediately fighting 3v5 into a meta TB. And yet, things still are kind of scary. Like, Devi Lama, you can see, still just blows up Fade here.
Right.
But, you know, nice thunder by Yamsun as well.
Yeah. Taking his buddy out of the fight, but for the right reason. Obviously can't do it to Devi there. I think also these like areas where there's sort of limited trees to fight at does make a big difference. And like Wildcard, if they would have been able to get up to high ground there, maybe for Devi or something else like that, it could have been a better situation. But as we get back into the game now and out of the replay, it is going to be Aegis into the hands of Terrorblade now and almost a completed BKB. As RCY actually getting caught now, Static Storm is down, so they will kill the Pango. Okay. Schem getting a little bit of retribution finally, but that's a BKB from Fade, and he'll escape.
No shard on Yamsun, I just realized as well. So, generally you really want that shard when you're playing the Terrorblade with the Aegis, you know, because you want to be just like demon zealing and whatnot. So, I imagine they're going to go for this Tormentor, because maybe he'll get one for free. And if he doesn't get it, Speed gets it. So, win-win.
Right.
Speed also has the gold for BKB right now.
Yeah, that will be very helpful as well. What, we're 700 gold away from Bane getting an Aghanim Scepter, as Fate has to blink away. Yeah.
Okay, that was a little bit scary.
Close.
And unlucky.
Yeah. Lasso.
All right.
Scam. And we'll get that kill. Yopaj has to back away. Wait a minute. They're collapsing on this, though. Yamsun kind of in a precarious spot. The Hex is there. The control comes out. Do they have any extra save? Yamsun turns, beats him down. Does have Sunder at the ready. Yamsun tries to get out of there. No! He's not going to be able to do it. That's Aegis down. Can they kill him a second time? Night Stalker is coming in from very far away. That is the BKB and now the runaway. He does have TP, so opting to stick around right now. I mean, he could have turned this. They're deciding to take this fight. Now he hits onto Yopaj. Good damage out. Can't quite get the kill, though. And with RCY rolling, it is looking like a problem and a dead Terrorblade. He could have TP'd out of there. RCY is going to die a second time to Static Storm, and Fade just has to get the hell out of here. Am I crazy? Did they have something to break the TP?
Maybe Abba? Yeah, Abba has Basher.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense then.
Yeah, that's not get stunned at some point. Yeah. Team just felt like they kind of had to fight him, and very correct, I would say. Pretty unlikely you're going to get out in that situation. Now they have the Abyssal as well to really ensure.
Ooh.
And there is no Lincolns on the Dire side to try and help, much like the Radiant one.
Jeez.
This game is just all Timber. Like, they said, go ahead, pick Timber into Terrorblade. We're not scared.
Yep. Apparently.
They should have been scared.
It's a little bit insane. I mean, the Scotty makes a big difference. The BKB helps. I think that time, like, they just felt so safe for whatever reason and then getting collapsed on, like the team fight became very difficult. But these BKBs on Wildcard should make the fights way easier, and that one just started terribly.
It's true, but now there's BKB on Timber and Void Spirit.
That was a refresher that got taken away from Timber.
Yeah, he's always been wanting that one too. He's still missing. Actually, he has the gold for it now, so yeah, he would have had it.
Jeez.
Now the
Oh,
Agnum's
man,
done for Bignum.
My heart can't handle this. It's too much.
Take it. Some Shrine of Wisdoms here.
Just 2,000 gold separating these two squads.
Yeah, basically nothing at this point, and it just comes down to the jumps and the saves. That is where we're at right now. Tomatoes blink into shield to just nullify any jumps that they have.
But
what to do? He immediately
Lasso.
ults, of course.
Pops the ulti. That's one down. Can they find any more? Fade gets glimpsed back. So Abba ult on cooldown for 60 seconds. Lasso on cooldown for 40.
That was interesting. Is the reason we're not like blink silencing or something at the same time?
Yeah, that I imagine that's going to be the only time that happens this game. But a little bit of a mix up there.
Well, unfortunately, the ulti is just, at this point in the game, it's 70 seconds, but 70 seconds can be pretty easy to wait your way through in these kind of fights. So
Right,
it's not going to result in anything for them.
The bigger issue is the Night Stalker having his on cooldown.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. 3 minutes until nighttime.
And I do feel like we're getting to that territory now where,
Divine Llama's in their base.
Yeah, we're getting to the territory where they are running out of damage a little bit, particularly with this Night Stalker not having a ton, and this tower is going down. They need to deal with this.
Kind of chunks. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, it got increased by 10% in 7.39. Oh.
Yeah, flamethrower is good. But they're letting this happen. Not bringing people back yet. They have the Curse of Avernus attack speed bonus too. They're getting racks.
What are we saving up for down here?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what the call is. I guess Night Stalker ulti is what they're waiting for.
Yeah.
But that is a full set of racks gone. Granted, it matters less at this stage in the game, but still, you do not want to be giving that up for nothing.
Oh my. This has been quite the match there, Lyrical.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a chatty game 5, I feel like.
You think so?
Whichever way this breaks down, I feel like at the end of it all, there's going to be a lot of typing. That's what I'm thinking. This game's real quiet. Not a lot of voice lines or anything.
Yeah.
Wildcard knowing they kind of had a big edge, but weren't able to really turn into anything massive. Shopify knowing that things are still a little bit spooky if they miss a couple of spells, so we're all focused on the game. But now another big item is Dota's just so crazy now. This guy's an Aegis, Diffusal, Basher, Blink, Refresher at 38 minutes. Just totally normal itemization. And yet he's one of the poorer heroes,
Right. Yeah, the double Rolling Thunder is going to make a big difference. Also, Nullifier done means these supports are even worse off than they were before. Shaman needs to get that BKB for him to be able to stay alive at this stage. But 2,000 gold now into the favor of Shopify, and Wildcard really struggling to come up with answers at this point.
Yeah, and they're just going through the checklist here. Like they're going to grab the wave down bottom. They're going to push it into the tier 2. They're going to take that down. They're going to go check for Roche after that. They're going to play for the Aegis. Then they're going to start hitting the high ground with Timber or Abba. And they're going to force Wildcard to make a play.
Imsun almost has Daedalus, and he is still like the highest right-click damage hero in this game. Like Abba hits really hard, but Terrorblade is, I think, still on a little bit of another level just because of how hard it is for Abba to get on top of heroes.
Yeah, he needed this Chrysalis so bad. He's been trying to get it for a while.
Yeah.
He has no buyback. Like, he is buying out for this damage. Because my worry is that even with the refresher Pangolier and this Night Stalker and everything controlling, the damage is feeling a little lacking right now. It'll get back up there. You know, we're paraboling a little bit here, but I feel like he's starting to come out of a bit of a dip where it felt like his damage was kind of ineffective unless it was absolutely perfect, like full illusions up and everything. After the Daedalus, it's kind of more like, as long as I'm there, I can do my thing.
Right. Well, again, waiting for the next Roche, as it is capable of respawning very soon. And for Wildcard, obviously a decent place to fight in there, but it has proven hard to fight anywhere because of all of these saves that Shopify have. Tomato on this Abba has just been a thorn in their side constantly. With a shield rune, there's no way in hell that they're going to be able to burst him down.
And we got another max spawn Roche, by the way.
Yeah.
So Tomato just sitting there for no good reason. I think he's not coming back for a while.
They're walking
and here we
up.
go. There's no forward vision here. They don't see anything. There's Tomato. How do you jump? No, is there any silence? What are we doing? There it is. There's
the silence, the control. They also find that Shaman needs to run away. RCY still bouncing around, but no Shaman at the start of this fight. Devi, he is on to the Terrorblade. Terrorblade gets pushed to the low ground. Now they Nightmare and leave him alone. Skem's stuck up on the high ground. Fade starts to beat into him, but gets over the top and gets away. No more Bane. Devi Lama trying to deal with this Bat Rider, but Bat pops the BKB and now backs away. Buybacks coming in mass and immediately TP out, but the Abyssal, they found the Terrorblade. Oh, TB in some trouble. Now they have to fight as they've got him under control. Nowhere left to run. Thankfully for Wildcard, they do have buyback on Terrorblade at this point.
I mean, the arrow was drawn down mid by Devi Lama. Like, they went in for this fight feeling like they were falling behind. Like, they had to find an engagement to get a fight so they can actually win the Roche. But they tried to use their vision to their advantage and get in here, and they just can't get a good jump. Like, they're just finding this Abba first. It's not going to be the hero to win you the fight. Like, they try and get the silence there, but there was a quick hex that stopped the lasso from Hellscream. He immediately died after, but he stopped that initial lasso in combination with the silence. They could actually, like, bring him down kind of low. So Tomato just... You know, he got lassoed, he got to pop his ulti, and Devi Lama is just running full tilt all over this entire fight.
Well, buildings are falling, needing to come up with answers. They've dropped snakes, they've pressured out mid, and it looks like they're actually not going to fully commit to that as they get the buyback from the Terrorblade. So they will keep their melee racks mid alive and their bottom tier 3 tower alive.
And now Roche is there with a massive bounty. Cheese, refresher shard, and the banner.
Yeah, this is really huge for them. Wildcard, it feels like you have to contest this. If you give up Roche right now, oh man, they're not going to get there in time, I don't think. Radiant are scanning. It's too hard to run in there like this.
I mean, Abba's so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way. So Shopify will get Aegis. And Wildcard, so close to being on their way to TI, are now going to have to play from behind in this game and not let those emotions boil up if we go to a game at number 5. For Shopify, I feel like they kind of just got to play it safe now. They've got so much of a net worth advantage. They've got the buyback advantage. The only people that don't have buyback are these 2 supports on Radiant.
Do you think Skem's going to get an eggs? Is he going to make it? I've never seen a Midas pay off so hard. This guy's at 3K. Yeah, there he is. He queues it up.
Nice.
He's big. Believing.
You know,
let's go, Scum.
So obviously a win condition for Shopify is they kill Terrorblade, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think it's a win condition killing the 2 supports on Wildcard? Like, if there aren't those supports there for a save and it's a really long respawn time, how much does that matter in the context of these fights?
I think the dream is you kill Yopaj really, really fast.
Okay.
Then the supports, and then Devi Lama, but you have to do all that without Divine Llama killing you.
Okay.
Because with his refresher, it's a crazy amount of damage that he bursts out very, very fast.
Right.
Like, the fact that his longest spell is 8 seconds, he's buying a refresher, like, this, I mean, yeah, it's a BKB refresher, kind of, but it's kind of also just a mega burst refresher. That's a lot of the part of this item, is that you just want to do everything twice and just, like, blow up this Timbersaw super fast, or blow up this Pango really fast. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's going into the 5v5, and it's really hard to win these fights because there's just too many saves. Like, you're never going to get a lasso pull away. I cannot see a world in which it happens.
Well, some of that is Batrider has not gone all the way in for a Force Staff either, so it makes it hard for him to get a quick pull away. Maybe if you get that, like, they're slow on the reactions or something like that, but you're depending upon basically Shopify to make a mistake, and a mistake they haven't made all game.
Now, Pyrrha Cloak, that could be something. I didn't think about that. The Fade Pyrrha Cloak, maybe that's what does it, you know?
Okay. They've got double. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What the hell?
He got slept alone. I don't know. Spends the whole game not getting slept. Gets slept completely by himself. They're probably like, well, he can't be alone, so we'll sleep him.
That is unbelievable.
That's not good.
And now...
Oh, that's an Aegis career. Oh, not the Aegis. No. He just looks dejectedly at the secret shop. Like, as if maybe the body had dropped the items. He's like, are they there? Yo, Posh, do you see my items on the ground?
Oh, no. Poor Scam. He's pissed. He wants to glimpse something. Oh.
All right.
Poor
that's
Scam.
not great.
All right. Well, the Divine Llama death is scary, but it doesn't really change that much.
Well, it stops them going high ground with Aegis.
That's true. That's fair. It's a good point.
I think they wanted to do that, Lyrical.
That's a good point, too. You know, you're not wrong. And I guess it does let Yamsun get another item. Dude, does he just go Rapier?
I mean,
is it even that good?
I think so. I think he just has to right click.
Yeah.
I mean, what else could he go? Like a Swift Blink, maybe, if he just wants to like try and like if they just want to actually make their other stuff effective.
Right.
Because in theory, it's much harder to react if they just all blink on someone and try and blow them up like they're cosplaying Divine Llama kind of a little bit, you know?
But if they do that, then Divine Llama can jump on them and blow them up. I guess not if they have BKBs, though.
And Outworld Staff. Obviously, he'll just dodge all the spells.
All right, they're going high ground.
All right.
Wards still down. Speed there. Do they go? Flame break, push back. Thinking about it. Get the BKB, but pulling him in.
No
Where's the
Ain't
save?
No
They're not nearby. And then the lasso. Oh, no, Divine. Not like this. Not like this. It shouldn't be like this. It can't be like this. Wait a minute. Yes, it is. Another interrupt. The chase down and the kill. They get him. And now Yo punches it too far. They got a little too greedy, but they do get the megas. But the problem is...
No, there's not. There's mid-racks. There's still mid-racks.
Oh, they do. Oh, my God. What an unbelievable moment right there. The flame break pushback to break the chains, and Divide just getting a little bit too greedy. 2 times.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a deep breath here. Man, he got pulled back into oblivion. Help me, team! Just so far back.
They couldn't get there.
RCY jumps through. I mean, the team was just not there. How did Yopaj die? I missed this completely.
Yeah, I mean,
he got just silenced, stunned, dead. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
Worth noting, got Ags on Disruptor now.
Oh, okay.
He has Blink too.
That actually is pretty big because they need a desperation play here.
Wait, but they don't have Abba for 40 seconds. He's 700 gold away. Do they know this? Are they aware?
There's also Silver Edge here.
Oh, Trent, we've seen this before in TI qualifiers. Team going for the all-in play. It has sometimes not worked, and sometimes it does. There's the batch. The Static Storm is down. Do they have the damage to kill off Yamsa? No. The Nightmare save is there, and he's living. They take down the Disruptor. And RCY in pretty far. You cannot overextend right now as the buybacks come out. Wildcard will retreat.
And Divine Llama going to save his. He does not want to create a win condition of dying. Okay, so Yopaj has bought back. That is the big thing here. They're going to be wanting to kill him. Yopaj's current itemization, he has the Lincoln Sphere, he has the BKB. So if they can force a Lincoln's pop, they might just end this game.
It's an amplified damage on Yamsun. He's waiting for somebody to step out of position. They see Yopaj right there. Yamsun wanting a big moment. Are they going too far, though? Are they overextending? It's going to be Divine Llama caught for the moment. The roll, where'd the roll go? Wait, what?
He's on Tomato.
Okay, they got him there. Now the catch, but nobody's hitting Divine Llama. They immediately break it, and now the Nightmare to walk away. Things getting squirrely. Things getting weird. This is not the way you want to be taking this fight. I understand the amp damage, but that play is now done. They have to back out.
Yeah, their base is also completely assaulted right now. The waves are very much pushed in. Speed trying to clear the sides. There's a boost of travel picked up now from RCY. He knows that he needs some ability to help out here. He's also very close to buyback, so he can buyback and bots with these, which is probably what he's hoping for.
Worth noting. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, this lets Speed get it on the map because you don't really want your bat showing clearing waves.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say it's worth noting that they have a glyph available on Dire. They do not have a glyph at this point on Radiant. Shopify, if they get caught out of their base and TP is broken, you could end the game at this situation.
It is a fast rush spawn as well.
They got to keep it in mind.
It'll be up in about 40 seconds. Vision on the map right now, just nothing. A little bit of vision on their own side. Great vision inside the base, I should say, for both teams. Both teams seeing inside Radiant base. So they know that the Radiant team is out there.
Yeah.
That's why they are running to their base and hiding.
Yeah. And a smoke up is not going to translate into anything for Shopify right now.
Defend Dire base. Good ping. Good ping.
I like that.
Clear comms. Clear comms. This is where the game gets real crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Can they stay in an okay position? Fade is over here looking to break a smoke, trying to see if he can spot anybody. So is Bignum, and Divine Llama's right there. They jump and find and kill Bane. He does have buyback. That's gemmed down as well.
Doesn't instant click it. He's going to hold out, but the Roche, they know what's up. In they go. Okay, there's the buyback.
Okay, and now Shopify.
Oh, that ward. They see them. I didn't realize. That's a good ward. It gets killed.
There's also that other ward over on the high ground, which you have to be aware of. Now, if they can hold out for 2 more minutes, Wildcard, Roche is going to pass through, and that might be another way that you can hold this ground, but they need to defend their base also from all these creeps. They're going up to the area where Bat Rider is.
Hellscream's going crazy. He wants it.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
He's snaking the racks.
They're going in to snake the racks. Can they get this? They have the glyph still.
Yamson's mid with the creep wave.
Very afraid to jump in and do this. They're going. They're thinking about it.
I think they try and punish. They pull them back from the Roche.
I think that they might. The other question is, if they're going Roche right now, how much damage can you do on Wildcard? And yeah, they're just going to go straight for it. Force them back. Now TPing a couple. It is Divine Llama back already, but now they can maybe take this fight. Fade is looking. He's hunting. He's ready to jump. He's already cleared a spot. Jumps right into the middle of it, but he gets bashed. And Yopaj gets the Aegis. What a bash. Item down on the ground. That's Roche's banner. Nobody cares about that junk, but the real problem is that Tomato is, well, okay, he has a refresher. He blinks away. He's fine.
But that'll do. Everybody just panics and gets out.
Yeah.
No one commits for a fight. The Rax is still alive in the Dire base. The creeps thankfully avoiding it and targeting the tier 4s instead as they come from the side lanes.
Oh, God. I feel like I'm going to throw up. This game is too much.
Bignum dropped another set of wards inside the Radiant base. So they still have this crazy amount of vision inside of Radiant base right now.
Yeah. Understanding where they're at. They can see couriers heading over, all of that stuff. It's Batrider going for having a completed Aeon Disc, which Divine Llama almost takes out. Okay. If he was A-clicking, it would have been dead.
Bro was just looking at the creep wave. It doesn't even know.
All right. Oh, man, Trent. Less than 1,000 is separating these two teams, basically, at this point.
Oh, we're 5 minutes away from the tier 5s. Wildcard are 1 win away from going to TI. Bingo's been trying to do this shit for 13 years.
That's right. For those of you that don't know, Big Num been playing Pro Dota for 13 years, has yet to go to TI, and this could finally be the time when it happens. And to try and stop that from happening, Yamsum shows for a moment, decides not to go. They're still queuing up and ready to go with the Thunderbolt. They drop down the wards, try to take him out as quickly as they can while RCY stops the hits. They're still hanging on to that glyph. Have not been forced to use it yet. God, I don't know though if Shopify can handle another like death in the base like that though. Like diving for racks and stuff. I think if you do that, you might just lose the game.
I mean, yeah, you'll probably just buy for 90 seconds, so yeah, I don't think they want to do it yet either. Dude, I don't know if they can handle Divine Llama playing like this. Hellscream's just like, please, brother, I'm just gonna sit next to you and just hex you or do whatever I can. I'll throw my body in if I have to.
Yeah.
Because they really do not want to spend his buyback.
Oh, he's queuing up a Lincoln's. Okay. So Devi will have a Lincoln's now as well. Wildcard getting out on the map.
What is Hellscream gonna snake again? No, he doesn't have snakes. He gets scanned.
They're scanning. They know they see Devi. Fade, ready to jump, and they get him. Tries to TP out, ethereal form, got him. Using grip for it even.
All right, close.
They did use a lot for that though.
Yeah, they did. They're playing really aggressive there on Hellscream.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he feels like he has to play by Devi, and Devi's playing crazily.
Yeah, he kind of ditched him, eh? He just hit that max timber chain. He was like, see ya. All right, we got 3 minutes left here. It's also daytime, which is a big issue because there is no ulti for a minute and a half, and it's 2.5 minutes till night.
I also don't think, though, that with Shaman dead, they're going to try and make anything happen on Shopify. Well, I say that. They smoke up with Scam and Yamato.
Is there a world where he has to buy Refresher on Night Stalker?
On who?
On the Night Stalker, like...
Eventually, yeah.
Because, man, he's so trash during the day.
It's pretty bad.
And, like,
2 minutes.
Has the attack speed 25 instead of the cooldown.
Right. Oh, all right. Refresher on TB. Okay.
They're going in here.
Devi tries to make that move happen. Good
Lincoln's?
damage out. Lasso, no. No.
He
Lincolns
just got
gets
that
away
Lincoln's.
from it. But still not feeling comfortable sticking around to secure that melee racks. They're keeping it alive, stopping the mega creeps from happening.
Yeah, but here are the snakes.
And they will be ready. Break that Lincoln's. Now catch. Divine Llama starts to go down. Interrupts for a moment. Hits. They have the glyph finally used.
They got to go to snakes, though. Snakes. Oh,
yeah, it's
they
down.
got them.
They got it.
Okay, now someone pass them the refresher shard. And put more snakes up there. I think they've all been used, though.
Yeah. All right. Well, they forced out the glyph. That's something. And this should secure getting to tier 5 neutrals, which obviously aren't as insane as they used to be, but are relevant.
I mean, the books are probably going to be pretty impactful in a game like this.
Yeah.
The Helm of the Undying, of course, is still pretty top tier. We saw it a lot in our last tier 5. Stygian would be huge. Whew, okay. I can't believe this mid-melee Rax is alive.
I also kind of think that like the XP on some of these supports could be pretty huge also. Particularly the disruptor, right? If he gets that 25.
Oh, shaman. Okay, he's using his innate very wisely. So, no, sorry, he just was almost dead.
Yeah.
But innate doing work. It's okay. Yeah, disruptor could be huge, and then Bane, the +3 on the Fiend script, maybe.
Yeah. All right, let's see who gets what, and it's back tonight again. Oh God, I was not ready for this. Yeah, a lot of greater healing lotuses there too. They're ready for the blocks of cheese. They have 2 of them, so they put one on Void Spirit, one of the blocks of cheese.
Little finger stretch break here. Everyone immediately stretching it out.
Skem can also pass over the other one, so if they want, they could do double blocks of cheese as this timing with the tier 5 neutrals.
Wait, they can do double, did you say?
Yeah, because Void Spirit has 1 block of cheese, and then Abba has a cheese, and then they also have the 3 lotuses with Scout. Yeah.
Oh, man. At least we got that one game where they had a real block of cheese when it was like the infinite broken thing. That was kind of cool.
I don't remember that one. What was the infinite broken thing?
It used to last forever.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the tier 5 neutrals. I think only Timber has access to it. He's got Book of the Dead, Divine Regalia, Fallen Sky.
I just tried to look up the changelog of block of cheese. Yeah. And I just usually when I do it for Dota stuff, I just like look at it, right? Like I just Google the thing, but I just Googled a block of cheese as if that would just give me an instant image of just a block of cheese.
That's sick.
I'm just, of course, they'll bring me up the Dota block of cheese, but no, it just brought me up a nice little block of cheese. Not what I was looking for. Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, they just paused and then chose device item, and then they're ready to go now, which is funny. They went Book of the Dead, and then he went debuff, duration, and spell amp. The other choice could have been 40 for primary attribute, but deciding instead to go for more damage, basically.
All right. Whew. Boots travel the Shao Shaman. Oh, we're gaming now.
Yeah. I want to see if there are any more of these tier 5s. Abba ends up going Divine Regalia and then the attack speed and magic attack damage.
Okay.
Are there any more? They don't have them yet on Dire. They need to get out
kept
there.
The monocle.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, no, he hasn't gotten his yet. He's still on tier 4.
What?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Well, because he wanted to keep the other one for the GPM for a while.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Fair enough. Just I feel like Monocle's so good.
They're moving in again to try and use the Book of the Dead to take down the racks, and they get some of it. Oh, out on the map, Fade. Are you going to be okay out here, buddy? They find him. Abyssal Blade, BKB, run away. Do they have any way to kill this guy? He glimpsed and pulled back and Static Storm down. Yeah, he is dead. Does have buyback, though.
And also has neutrals now, too, so could have had a Minotaur Horn. That would have been good.
Yeah. They need to get the rest of their items. They don't have them all yet. And almost everybody on Shopify does.
Okay, there is no glyph for a minute and a half, and Hellscream is making his way in. He has boots of travel, and he's got a surplus. Come on, baby.
I think he's going. Yeah, I think they just have to take it now and give it up if you're Wildcard. I think you can't do it otherwise.
Man, this is such a relief for the Radiant. Like, it is so much more pressure when it's megas.
Yes.
It's so much harder to get. You basically have to throw 5 heroes in, and everyone has to die to lose the game now. Because it's just so hard to deal with the creep waves. I mean, that's not, I guess maybe not necessarily true as long as you have all your bots and everything up, but it does just make so much more pressure appear on the side of the map for your opponent. So
Right.
Good news for Shopify. As Yamsun also trying to figure out what he wants to do.
Yeah, Yamsun has it, and then also the Pango. Pango goes Divine Regalia, and then the attack speed magic damage. So looking for just more out of it. And he also went for Revenant's Brooch. That is a really interesting collection of items. TB could still go Stygian if he wants, or there's Divine Regalia.
Okay.
I'm not sure which way they want to go.
How do you win this game? As Wildcard.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is a tough one. I mean, it feels like it's one of those pull them into the well situations. Or just get a crazy pick off. Like, you know, you have a ward down when you see this disruptor farming solo on the side of the map.
Right. I mean,
Honestly,
they just need more damage. Terrorblade to freely hit in these fights, which he can do with the BKB and the refresher a little bit, as long as Abba's not on him. So, like, it just gets very difficult trying to hold all these things together. And what did he buy out on Yamsun? Oh, he didn't buy out yet. He still has 10,000 gold. Like, he at least needs to get a moonshine. He's not... Okay.
They tried to get something there with the disruptor ulti, but didn't succeed.
Oh, Bat Rider. Interesting. Yeah, Spider Legs, Minotaur Horn. He goes for Minotaur Horn and the cast range.
I wonder if that's partially just because his BKB's down. He's like, if they push right now, I need to be able to play Dota.
Yeah. I mean, having the extra range on Lasso is really nice. That's level 30 Timber now. First hero to hit it. RCY thinks about rolling in, finds it onto Yopaj. Immediately there with the grip, and now the control Hellscream in trouble. Mono manages to find the catch with the Abyssal
Aegis.
Blade. That's one time down. Can they do it again?
Do they even want to?
Llama shows up. Yeah, it looks like no. They're okay just sitting back.
All right. So remember, grip only has a 55-second cooldown, so it's not that bad. You grip to kill the Aegis. That's fine. Scam all alone. He's why? Why do you trust your Shadow Blade, sir? So far alone.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Okay, dead for 2 minutes. The other thing that I'm kind of looking at here, and I'm still just trying to figure out what the game plan is for Wildcard. Yamsun has two big items for artifacts that you could go, Divine Regalia or Stygian, and then he has two different enchantments you could go, which is the base attack time reduction or the attack speed and magic attack damage. But he gets increased damage.
I think he's just waiting for Regalia. That's my assumption. Like, he's just gonna make it when he knows the fight is imminent, because he doesn't want to get picked off and die, like in case he has to buy back. I think that's the only reason you would wait this long.
Interesting. I mean, that makes sense to me. I guess that's a question of why RCY didn't do it, but he has enough buttons to press anyways on this Pango.
Yeah, he's busy, you know. I would like if they tried to get the outpost, because I'm worried about, like, I guess at this point there's buybacks bots on everyone anyway, so who cares about the outpost? I'm going to accept, actually they all have it.
TB buys out for Aghanim's Blessing. That's pretty good.
Okay. The Terror Wave.
Oh.
Go, lagged.
66 minutes. Dude, if Wildcard win this, it is going to be the most hype pop-off ever. Or they're just going to be so exhausted that they, like, immediately just pass out.
I mean, I'm never going high ground on Shopify. Come meet me in the fields of battle. I'm not coming in there. I won't go into the den of lions.
I mean, they're going. They are going.
All
and
right.
who do they find? Divine Llama is there. They're hoping that they get somebody, but look at how back Shopify are, how far back they are. Yeah, and speed, just going to grab this wave down bottom. They need to push out top two. It's so hard to fight.
It's just so funny to watch mid laners killing neutrals on the side of the map at 67 minutes.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I don't know what it is. It's just like this is. We just have so many creeps everywhere, and we have to min max everything all the time before we can end the game. And it's just like, what do these creeps do, man? Haven't they done enough?
Right.
Haven't they suffered enough this game?
Well, back to the Ancient. God, you remember when tier 4 towers had regen?
I thought you were going to talk about Ancient Guardian. Defending
no.
your base with plus 100 damage. That was a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, it's probably for the best they don't, huh?
I don't know. I kind of like it. Having like these games that, you know, you get to 60 minutes, it feels pretty cool.
Did you see that Lich talent with the Undying Tombstone? That was pretty funny. It makes it like unkillable.
Right.
Now there's an overthrow strat.
142 gold off of bounties. But I think that we're in a situation now where gold does not solve these problems anymore.
I do love me a good buyback chart at this point. It's just yes.
Right. Level 30, was there anything else that really changed there? The AoE miscoil. Abba's queuing up the Axe Blessing next, and then Dissimulate Roots for 2 seconds on Yopaj. So other things to kind of keep in mind while all this other stuff is happening in this game.
It just becomes such like nonsense, really.
Yeah.
At this point, like there's every hero's level 30 or 25, and they've all got like 18 abilities, and it's just like there's only a couple super mega key ones in that one team fight. It's like who got the grip, you know what I mean, or like who got the hex, and it just every tiny little itty bitty one can be the one that decides who got the Midas.
Right.
Yes, indeed. The most important of questions. God, most value Midas I've ever seen in my life.
Honestly, he's level 25 now too, so that Static Storm is huge.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It's really nice if they can get that. You know what though? Because of all of like the Helm of the, or rather the Book of the Dead creeps that are coming out, they're kind of staying a little bit even in net worth. Like the lead is not ballooning that much, and in fact, RCY spots Skem. Oh, Skem, poor old Skem, as he is gonna die now. Wait, did they find more? Hold on, Divine Llama nullified, bashed. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 They get it. The silence is there, but now the lasso, the control, the right clicks coming through the Terror Wave. Divine Llama is immortal. You cannot kill this Timber Saw. All the saves coming out from the friends. Yamsa throws out another round of the Terror Wave, but there it is, the Static Storm, and they take down the Terror Blade. That's a double buyback immediately. They know what's coming, and they find him. Fade is there, gets caught, gets killed. Yo, and you know what's crazy about that? They used everything on Terror Blade. He does not have meta. Oh wait, no, he does. He has it back up. Never mind. That was Demon Zeal that he doesn't have.
And he also made his Regalia now.
Yeah. He knows what's up.
His plan worked.
He's going to need to get a big hit here. And I don't know if they're going to have what it takes to deal with this.
Oh, he needs... Night Stalker needs to get a courier. Because I think he needs a refresher for his BKB. Oh, he's only got a 4,400 surplus anyway. Never mind.
Man, that buyback from Skem. Get
all
him back
part of the
into
plan.
The fray. Exactly.
And look, he's still there finishing his job. He's killing the wards that got him, killing some creeps, you know. He's busy.
Oh my god. And now Timber has an Aeon disc too, just because you can't deal with that guy. He's immortal. But the Regalia may be an opportunity. He needs to get a Divine too, it feels like, on Yamsun. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. He's going to need bots too for sure, though. Because they just need a YOLO theoretical play.
Right. Yeah, they got to run it down a lane if they can win a fight and just make it happen. And in the meantime, they're just slowly, steadily pressuring this down. Hellscream gets an Ags.
Okay,
so
all right.
The Ether Shock on a target. And, I mean, he does have the Ether Shock damage, too, so it's 660 when you take into account Spell Lamp.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
I think they're in a state now where, and I don't think you can do this against Mega Creeps, but it feels like they have to try and like backdoor or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's, or like try pushing down the wave and hoping that like one person comes to kill it, you get the kill on that, you force the wave past the river, and you try and get a Roche like at that timing. Feels like that's kind of play, because if they just wait for the Roche on Shopify and they come high ground, even if they don't come high ground, if they just like choke out the map even more and more and more, it's never going to go well for you. But maybe that's what they'll do. They'll just force Shopify to take the slightly disadvantageous state of coming high ground versus them, because buybacks are broken.
Oh, they actually... Is that the second round of neutrals now? So Book of the Dead and the debuff duration, and then we get what, debuff duration and spell amplification on Void Spirit too. Interesting. Oh, gee willikers, Trent.
Yup.
It's a lot.
It's stressful.
I know. And again, like, I'm just looking at the graph here. There's so much stuff on it.
Who do you think?
What's up?
Who do you think has suffered the most in this game? Like, which player is the least happy? I have a theory that it's Tomato, because I can't imagine playing position 1 ABBA for 74 minutes, only have 4 kills, and have 862 last hits. That just sounds miserable to me.
That's fair.
It's a lot of like work that you have to do that's not even that fun to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel bad. But at the same time, they're winning, so that feels okay.
It's winning is the key thing in Dota to make one happy. That is true.
Yeah. My God. All right. Well, Roche, it makes a little yelling sound. And that signals it is time to go forth and secure themselves another Aegis, as well as potentially getting that another block of cheese at the ready, and a refresher for Disruptor.
Yeah, there's a lot of Lotuses around here. Fate is trying to get some Mad Stones to make something here of himself due to his disgraced regalia.
Yeah, he needs it because he's not getting anything right now.
No.
But it looks like he's going to actually manage to get a decent amount.
I don't know if he'll get 20 before they hit high ground, though.
No, that is a problem. And it's daytime right now too. Yeah, this is a tough push. Although
just hold them back, team.
I don't know if Shopify really want to fight in that way, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Like they can just send in all their Books of the Dead and slowly whittle down the towers.
Oh gosh, it's taking so long.
Look, they took a tier 4 tower. I think that you're kind of okay just doing it like this. It's a little bit anticlimactic, but like it also works really effectively. They're actually just taking the tower, and when they do this to the throne, there also is equally not an answer.
All right, here we go.
Starting to go forward. Static Storm down, in trouble, but Nightmare gets RCY to the far side, but the throne exposed and being hit. 76 minutes, and we have been waiting for this moment, and there is just not enough in the world, it feels like, to stop the pressure. Divine Llama moves on in. They hit the throne. We are going to a game, and it can either end in a good way or a bad way. But yeah, take a look at it. The little mini tornadoes that come out, all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah, this will be my first time getting to cast a pro match. I've seen people messing around with it in pubs a little bit, but this should be very interesting. Smaller twisters.
Does also have the shard pull-in thing, which is super annoying to deal with, as everybody knows. Very, very frustrating way to play against that. But then, yeah, the little mini tornadoes that stick around. So it's extra bits of damage. And Divide...
Well, it's funny. The build is basically the same.
The danger zone. No, okay.
But yeah, I've you know, the builds are generally the same anyway, though. They're still just like Midas Ags buyers. They just, instead of cataclysming, or what is it called? Tornerasing you.
Torneras. That's right. Fade. Oh, going for the sneaky wraparound. So if they battle for this one, this might be 3 runes here to start. And yeah, Divine Llama in some trouble. 3 bounty runes and first blood for the Invoker. Oh, baby. It's happening.
All right. Friendly tips from the team.
I'm getting too hyped.
It's happening. They're up 1 kill. It's happening. The Invoker, he's going to go crazy.
Dude, I'm just excited. I can't wait. This is going to be really fun. This is going to be a good game. Or it's going to be really bad. That's a possibility too.
Yeah,
but
that is
I don't choose to live in that world.
No, of course. Reject reality, substitute your own, yada, yada, yada. Hellscream is just shamaning again. How many games of shaman has he played in this? 3. He played, the Ricky game. So this is his 4th game of Shadow Shaman. 4 out of 5 matches. As Yamsa needs a second here.
A courier kill. Scam manages to beat that one down to death. And some internet problem. Oh no, don't make this happen. Not like this. Net issue? Oh, right. They have to check to make sure that they're okay to leave the...
Yeah, he wants to go like fix his router or something.
Okay. Oh, God. Trent, what a time to be alive.
Admin's just like, I was paying attention for 76 minutes. I got to go sleep, man. It's like
NA Dota alive and well. With these 2 teams, at least. It's, you know. I don't know about those other ones, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, we got ourselves a game 5, which we haven't gotten a little bit, so this has been nice.
Yeah. Why do you think he went for the Tornaris?
I assume he's just been trying it out, and it's new. Like what was the full changes? The Cataclysm ones were pretty impactful, right? It got like, but no longer has increased size and travel distance on the Meteor. Cataclysm cooldown got increased to 90 seconds. So it all got nerfed, whereas this Twister thing just went a little funny. Because now, instead of doing 120 damage per second, it does 50 plus your level of Wex. And then the duration also goes to 3 seconds plus a multiple of your Quas. So now it instead of being like flat values, it scales later, which is what Invoker's all about. Buying a minus, getting more levels, and scaling. So it changed the ability from just like kind of a, once you get it, it's most powerful it'll ever be, into this gets better and better, which is kind of cool.
I do like that. Okay. Yeah, there were so many of those Invoker changes in that last couple of patches. It's been
I'm not going to lie. I hit Invoker in the changelog. I see that much text. I just scroll past. I'm just like, I'll wait to see what the broken build is, what gets nerfed again, and then I'll read it. Otherwise, I'm just going to get confused.
Yeah. It is kind of how that functions. That's like Kez. I still don't know what that hero does.
I refuse to read it.
Yeah. Until that adds to Captain's mode, then it will all come together.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, then I'm going to be saying all the wrong stuff. Because I'm going to be thinking about all the old builds of Kez and everything.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to just wait till he's in, till he's settled, and then we can meet. But I do love that he is parry. That is my favorite part of Kez.
That's pretty cool.
Glad they brought that back, because they kind of killed it for a second there.
Well, the kill score in this game is 0-1, but the courier score is 2-0, as they have taken down another courier. Shopify Rebellion have. Kind of a bit of a tough one there. And getting some damage onto speed. Hellscream. They're just trying to play for farming in this lane and get to level 6, and then Divide can bully back the Terrorblade.
So this whole mess is all your fault?
Rosie, I couldn't see their text. Turn them muted?
Interesting. Maybe. I might as well. I think I do also. I tend to have a lot of players muted. As up top, ooh, Yamsun moves in, uses that first meta and gets the kill onto Hellscream. Not bad. Also worth noting, Invoker doing quite well in this lane so far. 7-4 versus the where's the Pango on there? Oh, 10-2 now. So he has a creep wave coming into him, which should even this out a little bit more and pull it slightly into his favor as long as he gets these last hits. But yeah, some annoying pressure being thrown back onto Yopaj here.
Yeah, he's in fact
Bottom?
up by 2 denies. So
Bignum very low, and Scum can get the kill with the zombie.
that zombie hitting hard right at the end there. Well done by Scam. From downtown as well, the Tombstone just like chilling in the neutrals. Still farming for him even.
That's nice.
All right, so in this game, if you are cheering for Shopify Rebellion, you're hoping for a good start for Yopaj, but really you're all in on Tomato. You know, he's playing the Morphling. That's your all-in hero here. Dire, you know, Wildcard, you kind of got 2 heroes to all in on. It's a bit Invoker and it's a bit Terrorblade, which also means that you're scared for your early game. And I think that's the main concern that Wildcard are going to have here.
Right. Yeah, can they deal with the early pressure that's coming their direction? And can see Speed again doing a good job of bullying back in this lane and keeping that both heroes away from the lane. Very frustrating to play against. Was not able to reignite that Cinder Brew there onto Yimstone. Just hits the creeps instead. And Yopaj already getting a little bit of a taste of this EMP in the mid lane and trying to pressure back by RCY. Seems to be doing quite well. Actually on both of them now, but RCY a couple more denies there.
You know what's sick is that he has not busted out this this Invoker.
Yeah.
Like, the last time he played it was NADCL, which I didn't even know was operating right now. Like, it's on right now. He's playing on one of the teams in NADCL Season 8, and he played as Invoker.
Getting chased down by Fade. Keeping the damage going. Waveform forward, but Fade gets the kill. And now Tomato moves on over. They want to get this Tombstone kill, and actually Bignum gets a decent angle on it. Fade is going to be able to walk away, and they get the gold.
Nice. That's boots. 125 gold. But that was also the Galarion, the fire Invoker. So it is a Exort only that he had used then as well. So this is his first of the new Voker that he's busting out here. So obviously quite confident in it to go for it in Game 5 of qualifying to TI.
That's pretty crazy. Should note, different than our, sort of regular Brewmaster player build, Divine Llama not opting to go for the urn, just rushing straight into that Radiance, picking up a Windlace along the way.
That's like the least surprising thing I've ever seen Divine Llama do.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going for the game, you know. He just wants to farm this up, get his one big item, feel really cool. He's going to get gone on now, though. Speed baiting here.
Do they have enough? No, not really. They'll go for Hellscream instead, the easier kill. But an easy one going their direction. Yamsun, the one that picks up the last touch. 2-0-1 on the Terrorblade with top CS in the game. He is already... what, almost 1,000 gold ahead of his opponent?
What a rotation here,
Carrion. I don't know if they can do this. Yeah, in fact, Divine Llama needs to be careful with his positioning. Gets pushed back in. The shards are going to block him off. How much damage do they have to take him down? Divine Llama in trouble and dead. And Yamson getting chased down by Tomato and Skem, but now they show up with RCY. He moves in with the Haste Rune. Good damage out. Speed in trouble, will end up falling. But now Skem with the cold snap and the right clicks, a huge win as Yimson just gets kill after kill delivered to his lane.
Okay, that's a wild one. That was, I mean, at
first
it's
like,
oh, did he get it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a lot of gold. Oh my God, he's at 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a Dragon Lance in a second. Yeah, that's a gap right there. That's a big start for a TB. And we're talking about how Brewmaster hits 6 and kills TB. Like, TB's going to hit 6, man.
Yeah.
Amsom's going to get some bonus time in this lane because of all this action.
Divine needs to get this himself because he needs it.
And Brewmasters, they really don't want to be shy in XP, obviously, because they're hoping to get that kill and snowball their game through it. Hellscream is back, getting some stacks going. Not that helpful for a Brewmaster, unfortunately. And that all started from this Tusk rotation. One of the reasons why Tusk is really, really strong right now is because if you see any sort of a moment that you can leave your offlaner alone, like they saw with their Bristleback getting a full wave towards his tower completely free, he's so quick to just TP snowball rotate.
Yeah. Man,
as mid lane, Yopaj getting really low, but he's baiting. Has his shaman on the high ground, but did it have the damage?
Well, maybe. Bignum is there with the snowball save, pulls him into it right at the last second, but RCY, he gets away. No, they managed to get him. That sentry were just barely keeping vision. Oh, what a huge play from Hellscream and Yopaj. Speed?
Okay, so while that happened,
no.
Tomato got zapped by a harpy and died.
Oh no.
I don't know how.
Oh no.
But he did. A few too many cooks in the kitchen, I guess, near the old harpy.
Oh jeez.
So that's kind of fun.
All right. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
RCY coming down.
Jeez.
All right, so how much does this tornado do like right
now? Just what, 220? Yeah, they're not going to catch him
out of there.
Not an easy one. They move through though. Divine Llama was chasing Yamsun. Couldn't do enough damage or chase him down all the way.
I mean, we are all here, and now Skem is coming through. He has 2 points in Tombstone. And
TP in the brew.
Okay, the brew. He's got level 6. This could be good.
They go for it. Yamsun, I think they just need to let him go. This is a really hard fight, but maybe they can go for some type of a snowball play. He does have Sunder. Maybe that's something you can do there. Tries to make the move, not going to happen. And now they're kind of in a little bit far. Do you fight it? Do you not fight it? It all feels a little bit weird. And now Speed is also in trouble. Wildcard throwing away some of this advantage that they had. And will manage to get out with the rest of the team. But a big burst back into Shopify's favor.
Yeah, they get a bit all in and kind of aggressive there, trying to get something done into Tomato's lane, but just Undying is still Undying. So when he gets back in through that twin gate, like they have all this vision, crazy vision on the side of Wildcard, but they don't actually see the twin gate. And so maybe not just recognizing that the angle that the Undying was coming from and the fact that the Brewmaster is going to be able to TP for 6, kind of the dream situation there.
True.
And also just the level 6 take on Morph there from Tomato, so he could use the snowball to try and get some extra kills was nice.
Well, Yamsun goes down. Divine Llama less of a threat at this stage with no split available. And is still 1,000 gold ahead of the next highest, which is the Morphling, who is slightly getting pressured by Fade here. Skem moves into position. And now grabbing that creep wave is going to pull it away. As RCY in the mid lane sits on a shield rune and is going to start to get some damage maybe onto this mid tower with a catapult coming in. Hellscream has snakes up top. Could make a move there.
Yopaj just so far ahead in this game, though. He's like level 9.25 right now. Invoker is just getting to level 8 at the moment.
Right.
But Yopaj is just kind of farming it up a bit.
Look at this wraparound. Speed, level 6. Bignum is there. They spot Hellscream. Go for a kill. Lasso out. And that is an easy catch onto Hellscream. Divine Llama trying to get away. They do not have Lasso. Skem up on the high ground.
Got split in 10.
Drops the tombstone. How much damage do they have? They're going to have to... Well, if they go on him and drain his mana, but has stick charges, interrupted, needs to get out of there, pops the ulti, and that gets him away. Morphling turns, wants to fight, but Morphling very low on mana. Nowhere left to go. Waveform, he doesn't have enough for it. They're chasing down and killing Tomato. So while the split is happening, they're going to lose their morph. And, well, honestly, they're buying enough time that Divine Llama comes out of the split. And Speed, he walks away for now. Getting some separation between him and Divine. Where's the rest of the squad? They need some help. And he gets flying around. Speed Gaming. Yo, it's your boy. They got him.
It's in the name.
He's so strong. Now Yopaj comes back in. Sunstrike level 1. Not often that good, but that time it was enough. Bignum is going to be the one left behind. as at 12 minutes we get a 3K gold lead. Oh me, oh my, oh man.
That was almost 2K swinging their way in terms of gold. It was 2,000 in experience and 800 XP to both Terrorblade and Invoker. An Invoker without a Midas right now is already up to 9.5, and his Midas is done in 250 gold. Brew just using the split in a losing effort, unfortunately, but they still want to bring the numbers up top here. Speed going to show himself here. You're crazy. Speed,
Yeah,
I know you lived last time, but come on.
Yeah, he's feeling himself a little bit too much there.
He thought they were all
punished.
gone. Yeah, to his credit, he did not expect them, obviously, to have these other heroes there. He thought it was just a Brewmaster pushing, but Yopaj lurking around and punishes Speed for that one.
There you go. All right, Halberd done on Bristleback, and like you said, RCY 30 gold away from a Midas. As
Morphling? 360 HP?
what?
He just popped like a balloon.
Holy! What was that?
I don't know. I'm mashing Death Summary 2 obs. I can't get it.
I can't see it either. It's bugged right now. But that was
I got it.
a lot. Oh, what do you get?
It was 170 from the EMP, 200 from the tornado, and 36 from a cold snap.
Wow,
It was just no shift. He just dead.
just too low. And ends up getting punished. And now they make this move to try and catch, but already Fade is away. RCY is going to drop the level 1 meatball. Already threw out a tornado. Now he's in trouble. Does he get pushed up to the high ground? No. RCY kind of playing himself here and ends up getting punished. That's a bad death.
And a needed kill here for Shopify. They got to balance the scales out a little bit here and try and slow down this Invoker. You can't have this guy getting all crazy on you.
Right. Bignum, in the meantime, steps on over and steals the shrine. So double shrines going to Wildcard, and Hellscream about to have wards back up again. In the meantime, Devi Lama getting closer to a Radiance, still relatively far away.
Does Hellscreen dump and run here or no?
Not doing it.
That's what we call it whenever you can drop your kids off at someone who's going to look after them and you don't have to stay.
Okay.
Like if it's a birthday party, you have to ask the parent if it's a dump and run. That's some fatherly advice for you in the future. You know, that's
I like that.
That's the term, you know. Is it a dump
If
and
I
run
say
or somebody got to stay?
I'm used to dump and run meaning something else.
That's fair.
It's like a Putin scoot.
It's okay. The kids do a lot of dumping and running as well, so it's, you know, it's a very useful vernacular.
That's right. All right, where are we going to now? Is that full Manta out? Oh no, Sanjin Yasha for Terrorblade. Okay, and then going straight Scotty next.
And now we get some Ghost Walk action happening here. I was noticing not a lot of Ghost Walk, but now he's starting to get it on.
Looking, hunting.
What a bounce back.
Nice.
That was not it.
Get him.
I thought he had canceled the roll up, and then he had not. Then he was just on top of him.
Yeah. Walrus Punch onto Hellscream. Moving in with Terrorblade. Amson there. Hey, no roll.
Yeah, I'm not scared.
Be a little careful there. Skem shows up. No Tombstone.
Okay, they have split. They're popping it. He's just going in. Devi Lama's trying to farm a Radiance off this fight. Give him some gold.
They kill one of the Brewlings. Yemsun still living, gets lifted for the moment. Tornado, big tornado with the EMP burning all that mana. Hellscream dies. Fade still low, but not dead yet in the turn of the hit. Tomato goes down. Yamsun with the kill, and suddenly it's working. Sunstrike hits onto Yopaj, a couple more punches, and the slowdown. He has a shield crash to get away. Has a swashbuckle soon, but it's not soon enough.
7, 1, and 4.
Triple kill.
Oh man,
baby.
The blink? The blink on Bignum? The saves are here? Oh, Tomato is just, he's trying to do too much because he has to. I understand. Like, he is the big gun. They need him desperately in these fights, but he's wave farming in. He's just finding himself dead.
And now Devi Lama, suddenly he's in trouble too. RCY running him down, the Invoker player, but Hellscream shows up trying to save his buddy, but the snowball moving. Bignum found him, killed him, got him good. And RCY backs away from Hellscream. Oh, these kills, they try and go for one after another, and they just fall apart a little bit. Shopify slightly grasping at straws here to make stuff happen.
Yeah, it's an AK lead now. Yopaj also TPing up here. Maybe hoping that someone will come nearby. Someone will be greedy, stay on the wave. Can kind of feel that desperate energy here. As he's also close to a blink dagger. Poor man shield now for Tomato. Trying to live.
And that type of play by Hellstream, right? You don't necessarily have to make that play because, I mean, obviously you're trying to go for the save onto the Brewmaster, but if you miss and you don't get it, then you just end up dead too. And more gold into the coffers.
For that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And now we've got a Aghanim Shard done for the Invoker. Skem spots Fade. Wait, what's going on?
Someone keeps joining their Discord over and over, is what they're saying.
They can just turn off notifications.
Well, I mean, that's a fair point, I guess.
But also they could stop joining it. That's probably important too. Oh, man.
Pretty funny timing, though, that he just happened to pause as the Undying popped out of the smoke. I think he was smoked at least. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. On the verge.
All right. Is he dead, do you think? I'll Fade?
Hell no.
You don't think? Sorry, I meant Skim.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Him, yeah, definitely.
You don't think they can hit the perfect no bristleback hitting Rolling Thunder off the wall 7 times and get Morphling there?
It would have been pretty sick.
This hero might be kind of good.
True enough. Oh, God. All right. But we've been here before, right? This has been a situation where Wildcard closing out games. Oh, they find Hellscream, though. And there's the lasso. They're also going to get Divine Llama's courier.
Yeah, we were also watching that mid. They were trying to get a kill onto Divine Llama with the tornado, maybe threaten him, but it's into the Roche pit.
Amp damage, last little duration of it for Terrorblade to clean through this quickly. And Bigna moves in, and look at that Roche just get eviscerated.
Some stone cold faces right now on the side of Wildcard. Very focused, very intense. RCY top of his head, looking like it's ready to play some Dota. And on the side of Shopify Rebellion, I mean, we saw this in their 2-0ing. They kind of just sunk into a depressed state of Dota. It felt like they just never found another opportunity to get through. Tomato, you can tell he's playing crazy because this guy's at 450 HP farming Ancients right now. Like, he is putting it all on the line to farm as fast as he can because he just knows that, like, I have to be there for this fight. I have to get big. I have to get a big morph into, like, some sort of a counterplay against these guys. Like, get my own EMP or something.
Yeah, I think that is pretty much the thing that has to be done is, like, Morph and Invoker is kind of like a weird thing too with even the keys that you have to press, because if I remember correctly, when you morph into Invoker, it turns to legacy keys.
They recently patched all that.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so
never mind.
You should be good.
Scam dead. Tombstone down. Yamson wants to go and kill that too, because why not? Just more gold to farm up. And his lead continues to grow. Now almost, 4,000 gold ahead of the Morphling. This is going to be a Scotty difference.
And Yopaj trying to clear a big stack of Ancients right now because he's trying to get towards that Aghanim where he can actually have some decent damage.
God, he's so far away, though.
He definitely is. I don't even know if it'll be an item on the table for him before they have to maybe buy something smaller to try and fight. Maybe even just a Basher or something for a YOLO. But it feels like you kind of have to go Ags. You have to go for the big one. Bignum in speed. Hunting here. Speed, no blink. He's waiting to be set up here by Bignum, and there it is.
And immediately in, another death for this Undying. And at the same time, taking the tier 2 tower top, this Aegis is going to get them so much, because this is a tier 2 down with almost 3 minutes left on this Aegis. Like, they have just gone so quickly around the map. A 12k gold lead now.
We do have a Dota Sama Radiance timing now out here on Divine Llama. 21 minutes it has appeared.
Leave him. He's already
What?
so hurt. He's so hurt already. Kicking a man when he's already out of the qualifiers. Oh. I mean, Hellscream at least has been able to work his way towards a blink, but he's not quite there yet.
Smoke up here. They're bringing Divine Llama around. He's got the second point in his ulti. He has a Radiance. Invoker is close to BKB, but doesn't have it. This is your best chance at a fight win. Despite it being into the Aegis, they're going to try to ignore the Terrorblade and kill everybody else.
Batrider is not there. They go immediately. Find RCY. Does not have a way to escape from this one. A big fight win as they kill that Invoker. Lift up onto Bristleback now. Terrorblade in a weird position, but Fade, he's too hard to fight through this Bristleback, I think.
They can just ignore him. Ignore the Terrorblade.
Big Num ready to go with some save. They pull back in Yamsun, try and keep this pressure on, and they eventually kill him off.
That's good. Just leave.
They want to go for more. Jump in. Big Num right there. Gonna get the Walrus Punch. Has the save if they need it. Snowball about to go out. But they stop any extra aggression and
that's
ready
crazy.
to start
They
to
try
chase.
to fight that.
Fade goes in and they get that kill. And now
Guys,
actually, if Divine Llama's not careful, he needs to run too. Jump forward. Walrus Punch misses. Bought the shorts. It catches both of them. Oh, it's amazing. Now they move in. Morphling. Tomato. This is what he farmed for. Does he have enough though? In the end, he takes down one. Couldn't get the Bristleback though. And almost connecting there onto Speed. They do burn through the Aegis at the very least.
Oh, but they lose some extra kills that they did not need to. Like, once the Aegis was down, that was your moment to just back up, you know?
Right.
The split's gone, but I mean, again, they're trying to fight to win, not to lose this game. So he goes in big, tries to get a big play on the Terrorblade respawn kill with the snakes, but too many reinforcements returning there from Wildcard.
And Morpholine at least getting involved there at the end, that like sort of extended fight. He almost got the kill into Bristle too, which would have been huge, but now a little bit of an injection of gold into his favor. Manta done, has the Vlads, is going to be working now on the Hurricane Pike.
The problem is that fight does not happen next time because RCY will have a BKB. And that was purely a I don't have BKB so I died moment.
Right. Has so far been looking pretty good in this matchup on the Invoker. He did have that Aghanims queued up, but like you said, opting now to go for the BKB instead, just providing that safety.
I think he's feeling like we're so far ahead that I just need to not feed, right? So I'm going to get my BKB. He's also considering Blink next, which is kind of interesting. Instead of this Ags, like still a coveted item on this hero, but realizing I have damaged my Terrorblade, I have damaged my Bristle because he's really fat. I just need to set them up. Like, just let the goose flow, let my TB right-click, and we're going to have a good game. So my Ags isn't that important. The Tornado doesn't need to do damage. It just needs to set up.
Yeah. Fade comes on over to farm out this area that Divine Llama wanted to get. And now that they're starting to bully them a little bit more around the map, this is a good situation for Wildcard to be in. Do they decide to go in towards mid next too? They have a creep wave coming in. I mean, Yamsun is posturing like they're thinking about going high ground, and in fact they're going to.
Speed wants to jump because there's nothing to counter this lasso. Like,
Yopaj,
he wants to go high ground and find a freebie.
There. Does he find the right angle? Does he find the right target? Brew is going to be there, but that's a tier 3 tower dead, and Fade standing up front and center saying, come deal with me. Still looking for a jump. Speed just out of range of that blink dagger from catching somebody. Tomato a little bit close too. They roll in with Yopaj. Ready to find that backline. Hex now onto Bristle. Still not that much damage done. Yopaj starts getting hit, but the tornado lift up is there. Burning down some mana, and there it is. He catches them on Yopaj, and that is godlike on Yamsun, who by the way does have Thunder, but he can't get it up. He takes him down the Hex. Hellscream with the save at the last second. What an absolute clutch jump from that Shaman.
Oh,
they will lose a lot on their buildings, but they take down that Terrorblade.
They get to breathe a little bit here. Couple close calls there. I saw him pump the Sunder once and then tries it again, but that Hex in the last possible second there, and no opportunities for a save. They take him down. But yeah, like you said, costly. Yopaj needs the buyback, and Hellscream gets the kill.
Oh, man. All right. an amp damage on Morphlane. Can Tomato do this? I mean, this is a kid that's been going to TI since he was 16 years old and has played in almost every region, it feels like, trying to take his team there off the back of his Morphlane one more time again. And Roche dead, capable of respawning in 15 seconds. They're still pretty far behind, but we've seen crazier things.
They're going to have to watch out for RCY just lurking through this map. They have Ob Sentry combos, so they're going to try and use to catch this Invoker moving through. That could be the way that they catch him, like maybe feeding a little bit. Again, another Sentry laid down here. They're trying to find where he initiates, but can they actually punish it is the question. Oh, he doesn't get the low ground.
Got him caught. Tornado lift up. Snowball right there. Has the Walrus Punch for after the fact. All out of mana, all out of life. Tomato, nowhere to go. And Trent, the other thing to watch for is Roche is about to respawn.
Oh, it's so fast. It was instant.
It is a quick one. Bignum, does he check it? Yes, he does. Sees that it's up.
And immediately Yamson's going.
That's huge.
That's very big for them. That's a banner with a TV hitting high ground with an Invoker backing him up.
Now they see this. There is a ward in the area, but they can't do anything. With Morphling dead, he can't contest.
No, there's no way. Oh, you're digging real deep right now instead of Shopify Rebellion. You're thinking, what can our Brewmaster do to win this fight? Who do we toss? How do we take it? How do we burn this Aegis without burning Split is the real question.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What a time.
The snowball save being there too. Like, there's so many good layers of protection here from Wildcard, because ideally you want to kill the Invoker. That would be great. You try and hex him before BKB and burst him down, but then there's snowball save. And if you collapse on top of the Invoker, then you're probably in the jaws of Yamsum. He just starts, chomp, 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 as my daughter would say. Chompasaurus.
And unlike last game, there isn't that Timber Saw to, like, destroy you on the other side, right? Those illusions... I mean, the best thing that they can do is the Dispel Magic from Devi, which will do a ton of damage to those, and most likely just kill them off straight up. But this is the other thing, is Tomato now getting into that morph form for the Terrorblade can make a big difference. Guys, almost a butterfly, though, on Yamsun.
Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to go for a Maelstrom into Mjolnir here to give him some damage that can cut through this Terrorblade. It's a good idea. I mean, he's got 38 armor, so magic is a solid route there. And of course, just for probably knowing that the waves are going to become an issue sooner rather than later, so Maelstrom's not going to hurt. When they smoke up, they're going out right now. They're going to try and attack aggressively. They don't have Divine Llama. He's going to TP back. He pushes out bottom. The goal is that knowing they have Aegis, you want to try and find a fight when they're not grouped up.
Oh, and they are smoked. And Trent, they are grouped up, and they are going to run right up to high ground, and they catch the Shaman. This fight is over. But can they get out? Can they manage to escape from this? Tomato's trying to run away. Although they did kill Speed, I don't think it's going to end up mattering.
That was pretty good. I mean, quick thinking from Yopaj there to get a counter kill.
Yep.
No blink left here on Bignum. Yopaj gets out. I mean, overall, that is a net win.
Well,
okay, well, not if they do this.
Yeah, this is the problem. With no more Rolling Thunder, there is no worry that they have at all. There is still a split, though. Something to be a little bit concerned about. Yamsun starts hitting away. They do have that banner if they want to drop it now, but the tier 3 tower starts to go down. And they can keep this pressure on. Tornado goes out. Slowly but steadily, they are whittling down this tier 3.
Oh, there it is. We're not going to end this game without it. The Tornado upgrade.
That's right. Love to see that one. We'll see how much it does. It's kind of cool how long it sticks around, and it's just very annoying to play with. But yeah,
I just wanted to cast it. I just want to see it.
450 damage and then 150 damage per second afterwards.
Well, maybe he'll go use it on the Tormentor because that's up and free here. So Fade will get started with a couple of goos and quills.
I think he's just taking it himself. He just goes for it.
I mean, this hero, there's a reason.
Yep.
Every game.
Terrorblade. Level 20. 10 all stats is the talent, but the Butterfly, the Scotty, another minute on this Aegis.
Yeah, Divine
And
Llama
Shopify.
makes the call. He says they're coming. They want to use his Aegis. Banner
How do
down.
you stop this? They have their own version of the Radiance. Yamsun takes down the full range racks, now moving towards the melee. Everybody is so far behind. Look at how far back they are.
They're trying to find the back line, but
There's no back line.
there.
They've dodged away from this completely. Such good positioning. And now they see over here, they spotted the Shadow Shaman, so they know what's going on. And that whole set of racks is gone.
And there's still a giant wave coming in up top here with a catapult. Another wave to boot after. They're going to follow behind it. Show me the tornado.
Shopify, can you stop this at all? They go into the meta form, start to hit away. Lasso is there with the Force Staff, got him caught and Undying dead. They cannot stop this pressure. Yopaj rolls through, trying to do what he can. Hellscream looking for that back line, wants a jump. Brew, he gets caught, he gets brought down and killed. Forces that buyback, and Hellscream completely out of position now is going to go down. A triple kill for Yamsun as eyes set. They'll force these buybacks. Do still have the brew split, but they start to spam out abilities. It looks like Yamsun's still fine at the moment. They just do not have the damage to deal with this Terrorblade.
Now Tomato.
That's Morphling caught. Tomato gets up to the high ground. Can he manage to escape from this one? The Sunder to keep himself alive, and they do manage to get out on Tomato, but to no avail. They are still running away from this Terrorblade, although they did manage to get another kill. Divide doing work. Wait a minute. Divide Llama on this brew, making things function, but the hits coming from Fade, all the minus armor in the world, comboing together to take this Brewmaster down. The Sunstrike, the exclamation point to end his life.
Hellscream going to stay on the high ground.
28,000 gold lead.
Ooh. All right. Well played there. 12,500 damage from Terrorblade. Yamsun, one job, his team setting him up for it, and he is knocking down the pins right now. It's just strikes all over the place for the boy. Making it look real easy, real good. And yeah, Divine Llama, you got to give him credit. He was doing a lot there. He was in there, but Tomato was trying to bob and weave his way through there. Miraculously survives on a waveform, which I think maybe even single-digit HP there. Barely gets out. And then he did more from the TB because he can just do it off the illusions. Now he's going in. He's got his Manta. They're going to try and find some sort of play, but it's a shield rune TB right now.
Oh, and then they jump in and try and find him. Now immediately Hellscreen in a worse position. Tomato gets pulled down to the low ground. Can't wait for him in. Can't get into this fight. They're rolling around with RCY, trying to do whatever they can at all. Excuse me, with Yopaj trying to do what they can at all. But it's not enough.
Manta? They're trying to get
they
Tomato.
got him. The lasso. They find the Morphling. He will fall.
Lyrical.
And with him, the hopes. The dreams of Shopify as Wildcard are closing this game out. Wildcard take down everybody. One last grasp to try and hold on here.
I mean, that's a full HP TV. He's got a Satanic. He's got a Butterfly. It's game 5. There's no help.
Eyes on the prize.
He's waving goodbye.
Running in, forcing them away, and it is going to be Wildcard taking the North American region slot as they move in, hit the throne. There is not enough left in the world to stop this pressure from coming on in. For one of these players, they've been waiting for 13 years to get to TI. For a lot of them, they were like 4 years old when that happened. And it is going